Hey, what's up, nerds? Welcome back. Happy Monday. Today I got a great guest for you, Felix Prangenberg. And I've been a fan of Felix for years now. He's one of the best writers in the world and also a pretty cool dude. Pretty cool dude, man. Kanode Knows is brought to you by Dig. Smash like, hit subscribe, hit the bell notification, and share the show with some friends. That's all I ask. I hope you enjoy this conversation with Felix. About halfway through, we break down his alarm part. And yeah, we cover everything. Everything you want to know about Felix. It's in here. So, I don't know what else to say. Here, let's get into it. Felix Prangenberg. Hi, Felix.
What's up?
What's up? Your English is pretty good. How many languages do you speak?
Just two, German and English. That's it.
Did they make you learn it in school, or did you learn it from like traveling and shit?
Both, I guess. But yeah, like you start learning English in like fifth grade, I guess. And
Nice.
until I did like 10 years of school. And then, I started traveling quite early. And when I first went to like the States, I could pretty much understand anything.
Yeah.
But just like talking was pretty hard. So I was just that shy little kid that couldn't really talk.
Yeah. How old were you when you first went to the States?
15, I think.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
just turned 15. And yeah, after that, I was like, shit, I really want to get good at English.
Yeah.
And, yeah, just
Job
had
well
to.
done. 9 years later, you sound like it's been speaking it your whole life.
Thank
That's
you.
dope.
Appreciate it.
So
Still get
shit.
pretty, like,
15 years old and going to the States for the first time. How did that happen?
that was actually that Red Bull Phenom X Games thing. They were kind of doing like a video talent, like Young Guns video contest.
Sweet.
So you had to film like a video, just raw, 1 minute long, put it up on YouTube.
Nice.
And 6 people got invited to LA for the X Games. And
Hell yeah.
I first didn't really want to be a part of it because I was like, I'm not gonna make it anywhere anyways. So why even try? And then some people kind of like pressured me into it. It was like, no, like they were like, yeah, you should do it. It's like, okay, I guess. And then
Hell yeah.
yeah, ended up going there within like 2 weeks notice, had to get a passport and everything.
Wow.
Yeah, so like probably like the most insane memory to me. That's where I always wanted to like go with BMX or anything. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was a big thing. Still
That
a
is
big thing
it's a
for me,
huge
just
thing, especially
yeah.
for being 15 years old, dude. How long were you riding at that point? How'd you start riding and how long were you riding when you were 15?
So my dad's always been super into bikes, into mountain biking. His one of like his best friend used to be one of the best German downhill riders.
Sick.
So when I was like 2, they would just like bring me to his races, and they would just like stand on the side and like cheer him on.
Yeah.
So I got my first bike with like when I was like 2.5. I could
Wow.
barely walk.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I got like got a mountain bike pretty early because I just wanted to ride my bike. Even that first like 12-inch like normal kids bike, pretty much rode that every day as far as I can remember.
That's so crazy.
Um,
Damn,
yeah,
you were on it
then
before you could walk. That's
pretty much, yeah. I think I was better at riding bikes than actually walking.
that explains a lot. Holy shit.
Yeah, and I just rode mountain bikes with my dad pretty early on. Raced a couple races, just like the cross country kind of mountain bike races.
Sick.
Yeah, and do you know Petty Kroos?
No.
It's like German legend. He lives in, where does he live? Not Oakland. I can't remember. He lives in the States. Now he's like pretty big name back then. Still like pretty, I don't know, just like inspiration back then. He rode for the same company that my friend's dad did. My dad's friend, that way,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. My friend's
And,
dad.
and they actually wrote a show for my dad's 30th birthday in front of our house.
Nice.
So, I was like super small, but I don't know, bikes have always been around me.
Yeah.
So got a BMX when I was like 5, probably.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So that's
I was
around,
expecting
yeah.
like 10, 11, 12. No, 5. BMX
Yeah,
bike
that's
with 5.
so yeah, about like almost 20 years this year, I guess.
That's awesome. And yeah, you're turning 25 this year. I looked at your
Yeah,
Wikipedia and I was like, oh yeah,
is there one?
there's a Wikipedia for Felix Prangenberg. You're an X
Oh,
Games winner and X Games silver medalist and gold medalist, and it reminded. And then I was like, oh shit, he did win X Games Real Street. So I went back and watched that. It's crazy. Like you've had the wildest couple of years. Fucking A. But I want to stay at the beginning
yeah,
because I
easy.
started out on a mountain bike too. I thought downhill and like just the mountain bike big jumps and stuff. There's a mountain bike DVD called Roam, ROAM, and that was like I worshipped that when I first got into riding, and then I learned how to 180 on a mountain bike before I learned
Oh,
that
sick.
BMX was cool. You know.
I,
What about you?
I,
What was your first learning shit?
mm, I guess honestly, my dad showed me how to balance on a bike in our living room in front of the TV.
Sick.
And then just like I guess hopping down like a curb, then there was like a two-stair in our neighborhood. So that was like the first thing I would just like jump down.
Nice.
Um, and
At
I
5
grew up
years
in like
old
this
or what?
uh, probably yeah, five,
Yeah.
6 years old.
Amazing.
Yeah, I was racing mountain bike race when I was like 6, 7. I always brought my BMX to those races to first do the race and then actually ride my BMX on like the dirt track,
Sick.
uh, pump track and stuff. So yeah, I guess just like bunny hops and whatever. And I mean, I was like so tiny, had no
Yeah.
like energy to actually do like a 180 on flat or whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
like I guess like the first couple of things were just like what everyone kind of starts with,
Just
like
dropping
bunny
off
hops,
of stuff, dude.
180s, dropping
Yeah.
off stuff.
That used to be
Yeah,
so
just
fun. I still remember like being a
oh
kid
definitely.
and just dropping off something that's, this high and just like, oh my
Yeah,
God, I did it. So
yeah.
that's so pure. I
Like
kind of
kind
miss
of like
those days.
climbing up stuff, putting the bike up, and
Yeah.
yeah.
And getting hurt, just dropping off of something. I remember. Man. Um, I don't, I, the like the feeling of being young and all stoked on it. And then the older you get, the more you're like, okay, your standards get raised and your standards just keep on raising. Like, it's kind of crazy to watch. Like I just watched a video of you from 4 years ago where you did an up rail to 360 hard 360 toboggan, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this is 4 years ago, and then he's still progressing since then. You actually do one of my dream tricks. When I was in my prime of riding, I had 540 cabs pretty good, and I kept dreaming like I could do a 720 cab off of like a loading dock or something. And I'm using pedal pressure and like
Yeah.
engaging the coaster, and then you come along and you're just doing them just yeet, like you don't use any pedal pressure at all, dude. So what does a 720 cab feel like? And was it a hard one to learn?
I can't really remember when I did. Oh, I actually do remember when I did the first one. I think it was with Crand actually.
With what?
Yeah, with Crand, filming for a video in Cali.
Oh, nice.
It's like this like bank curb, like up curb kind
Oh
of
yeah,
thing.
is it the one on the
Uh,
bricks? The brick
yeah, exactly.
thing?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
just watched that video. That was
yeah.
your first one, huh?
I think that was my first one. Yeah,
That's a
I've had
perfect
that one
spot
in
for it.
mind for a while.
Yeah.
Um,
When I
and
saw that clip, I was like, I've been there and I full cabbed out of that. I did, and then you did 720 cab out of that. Holy shit.
yeah, I just knew it from like I mean, pretty much all the videos. I think Dill did like some pretty fucked up there as well,
Yeah.
like the year before. So it just kind of went back, and I don't know. Now it's like sometimes, like sometimes I've surprised myself doing them. I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? Honestly, it's just like I don't know. I feel like my frame geometry kind of helps with it as well. It's like super steep. It's like everything's like super direct.
Do you
Um,
understand frame and geometry stuff? Because I don't really. What makes a bike good for spinning? Because honestly, I want five caps back. So what do I need? What kind of frame do I need? Do I need the Felix? Do I need the Felix frame?
I guess. Yeah,
What makes a
I
bike
mean,
spin better?
so I'm riding like a 76-degree head tube, which is either 0.5 or 1 degree steeper than most frames are.
Okay.
Um, and actually, like I knew that I wanted to have that geometry for a whole while. Like when I was still riding an 18-inch bike, we got like a Mankind flatland frame, which had that geometry, like the 76-degree head tube.
Okay.
And that already helped with tail whips and stuff back then. So
Okay.
when I actually had the opportunity to do my own frame, I was like, this is the head tube angle I want to do. I
That's
have no
sick.
idea about like the was it not the standover? What's the other, like the bottom bracket height and whatever. I have no
Yeah.
idea what that does.
Me neither, dude. I'm like, all right, looks cool,
But
I guess.
yeah, but yeah, I guess like a steep front end helps with like any kind of spin. So I'm running like a short stem, short fork, like a 15 mil fork.
Okay. I'm gonna switch my
And
bike up after this interview right now, dude. Go, going to WeThePeople.com. That is who you ride for, right?
yeah,
We the People, yeah?
yeah,
Yeah. What's
yeah.
your signature frame called?
Pathfinder.
Ah, yeah, I just watched that promo. That's sick.
Yeah.
Why is it called Pathfinder?
I guess at the time where I actually got the frame, I had like a van. I was just like, I guess I was like 18. Uh, I grew up in a like super small village. I always wanted to get out of there, just
Yeah.
always wanted to travel. And I felt like it was kind of like a cool name for like finding my path. I don't know, like trying to
Yeah.
like see where I'm going, kind of. And then towards the end, it kind of like we made it work with like the Reaper kind of designs, like that kind of Pathfinder. I don't know. It's like, but yeah,
That's no, that makes sense.
that's where it came
Tell
from.
me about this
Uh,
village. What was like the image in my head is like tents and shit, but I know it's not that. Tell me about the village you grew up in.
so I mean, it's like super small, 1,000 people live there. My whole family grew up there pretty much. Like everyone still lives there. I was able to see my grandparents, like both of my grandparents, like pretty much every day. My
That's
mom had her
awesome.
own shop, still has.
What kind of shop?
Uh, she just like medical pedicure,
Cool.
uh, and that kind of stuff. And then my dad, he's like a not a carpenter. Forgot the name for it. He works with my grandpa, his brother in a company. My brother is actually doing like an apprenticeship there as well. So it's like a full like full family run
Family business.
business.
That's sick.
Uh,
You got entrepreneurs for parents.
yeah, I
That's
guess.
fire. How have they
Yeah,
been like as far as well, let's keep talking about your village.
yeah.
That's dope.
So it's like pretty much in the middle of nowhere. It's like either like 30 minutes to like a little bit a bigger city like Bonn. This is where like Max Scaretik is from, or like is originally
Yeah.
from. And then an hour away is like Cologne, and that's where we always ended up going to because we had like the indoor park here.
Yeah.
So kind of always felt like home in Cologne.
Is
But
that
yeah,
where
it's
you are
like
now?
pretty. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
where I've been living now.
Sick.
Last couple of years. Um, so it's just like pretty hilly, kind of like in the oh fuck, forgot the name.
Valley?
Yeah, in the valley. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
in the valley, kind of in the valley. It's like 15 minutes by car to the next train station. So my parents pretty much had to drive me anywhere
To ride.
um to go riding. Either my dad drove me to Cologne once or twice a week for like 10 years straight,
Wow.
just so I
Shout
could
out
ride my
dad.
indoor park. Yeah, and
That's
then on the
fucking
weekend
awesome.
we went to like some jams, some contests in Germany.
Sick.
So they've always been super supportive. But yeah, there was no one really to ride with.
Yeah.
Um, Eventually, when I was like 14, maybe, uh, a friend that I like first filmed my first videos with, he moved to that village as well with his dad. So on some days I had someone to ride,
Nice.
but
Yeah.
on the most I just rode for myself, uh, rode by myself. Uh, School holidays, like every single morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, went out by myself and just rode my bike all day.
Dude, that's awesome.
Uh,
That's pure.
yeah,
And when you're like that young, you don't have a car. It's like your hobby, but it's also like your freedom vehicle. You get to pedal away from your parents' house, you know?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and we had like some, when I was like, I think like 9 or 10, my dad uh, and me kind of like like talked to the mayor of the village, and we're trying to get a little bit of like land to build some trails.
Sick.
Uh, and we actually got that for a couple of years, where we could just do whatever we wanted. We had like a bigger like dirt jump line, like a 200-meter long pump track.
Nice.
Um, so I had something to ride. But yeah, just most of the time by myself, I guess.
Yeah. It seems like you can ride pretty much anything. Park, dirt, maybe vert. Have you ever ridden a vert ramp? That's
Scary
so
as fuck.
fucking scary, dude.
I dropped in like once or twice, and as soon as I'm going up to the coping, I get like this like all like weird feeling
Yeah,
up my
dude.
stomach. Like, can't do it.
Yeah, I get that feeling just going up in the air at all, man. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
What's your favorite, or what was your, let's go back, like when, I don't know, you're young and you're probably just doing everything, like riding street, riding
pretty
dirt.
much just
Um,
whatever I had.
who was your first, like, you geek out on meeting them type pro? Did you meet anybody at a jam when you were young that you were like, holy shit, that's them? Or what
Mm,
videos were you watching? Like, cause
I
you're
mean,
young, so like when you were like coming of age or 13 or 14, like I think YouTube and Vimeo were already going. And what was like your influences when you were younger?
so I think one of my most influential video pods back then were was like the Mike Aitken electronical pod.
Yeah,
Like Mike Aitken is like my favorite writer. He just wrote everything. I was like had like the best style. Did
best style for real.
like so much cool stuff. And I wrote a lot of trails, a lot of transition growing up. Um, so I just like always looked up to him. And then obviously like Bruno was like a couple years older than I am,
Yeah,
and he's been killing it for so long.
for real.
I think he pushed like the full side of like technical street riding like pretty early,
Big time.
like all the like like the fakie manual stuff,
Yeah,
or like the sevens to fakie. That's where I got it from, honestly.
yeah,
It's like that kind of stuff. So Bruno was always like a big inspiration growing up. He's like he kind of had what I was dreaming of. That's where I wanted to be at some point, just like
yeah,
traveling and just riding my bike. And yeah, I guess like yeah, it's like Mike Aitken on that kind of side, and like I've known Bruno for like so long, and yeah, like then he was doing like so much cool shit already. So
yeah.
I'll
I'm
always
trying to remember what
look up
early
to him.
videos of Bruno. He was in like the uh, federal. Did they do one in Cologne? Federal Cologne? Do you
Yeah,
remember?
there's like the Federer Cologne video. He wrote for like Carhartt and stuff. Eastpak. There was
Oh
like a
yeah,
lot of stuff
Carhartt
coming
was
out
in
actually.
BMX.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. That's wild.
Yeah. Like imagine if they would be coming back.
Yeah, it's interesting how many people or companies have come into BMX and then just like, ah, never mind, it's not making
Yeah.
money. Like
Especially
Levi's,
around that time, I
Carhartt.
feel like there
Yeah,
are like so many like big companies in for like a couple of years, even when they're just like sponsoring like big contests,
yeah,
events.
it's
Like
weird.
we always had like the BMX Worlds, BMX Masters here in Cologne, which is
Yeah,
like one of the most legendary contests in the world, pretty much.
yep.
They had like Suzuki, uh,
Suzuki, yeah, that's fucking
yeah,
nuts.
like Brown mini ramp contest, all that. It's like just like big, big sponsors actually. Yeah, but yeah, it's
When
all
was your
worked out.
first like big competition? Like
My,
simple session or whatever?
I guess it was all the way back to riding BMX Masters when I was like 7.
What?
Yeah, and I actually got like a little scar on my wrist from my
From
first contest, which is pretty
sick
cool. Yeah.
BMX Masters.
Um, yeah, BMX Masters, and then we had like this like what's called Rookie Jam. We had that once a year in the indoor park. That was like for all like the newcomers, all the like AMs, and it was like a kids class and everything.
Did
Um,
you do good, or did you get hurt and just
uh,
have a scar?
I no, I think actually like the first one I wrote, I got like third when I was like
Fuck
I
yeah.
think 8 or 9.
Dude, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were a phenom when you were young, dude. That's awesome. Well,
Yeah.
what about now? Who do you look up to now? And like, how do you? It seems like you just keep getting better. I was talking to Jordan about you, and you just keep progressing. And he's like, I can't keep up.
Uh, I mean, I can't keep up with his rail stuff like for so long already. I don't know
Yeah,
how he does it, but yeah,
you guys are both
make sure I
nuts.
didn't.
You were just with him in
Um,
Barcelona, right?
yeah, we're just in Barcelona filming for Freak for the Monster video.
Yeah, let's talk about that instead. We'll come back. We'll come back
Yeah,
to
easy.
progression. But how was your trip
Yeah.
to BCN?
Uh yeah, quite good. We all got some stuff. We actually just went there because of myself, because I was trying to get a clip that I didn't get the last time,
Yeah.
um, which I didn't get
This time.
again. Yeah, I didn't get it.
Did you
I just
try?
like, no, we went back to the spot. It was this Monday, woke up, kind of like shitty weather, super windy. My body was just aching from the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Um, went to the spot and I was just not feeling it at all. So I was kind of frustrated and like pissed off for half of the day.
Yeah.
Uh, just I don't know, just tried to not stress about it and just kept going. Wrote a couple other spots. Jordan got some stuff. Alex got some stuff.
Hell yeah.
So
Is that everybody that was on the trip? Is you, Rich, Alex, Jordan?
yeah, exactly.
Who
And
else?
then
And then Lewis is in the
Lou will have a
video.
part. Yeah,
And that's it.
that's it.
That's gonna be the craziest fucking video, dude. I'm so excited. Have you
I'm super
seen?
excited to see the whole thing.
Yeah. Have you been watching your part as it gets built, or like
Mm,
what's it like? What's the process with filming with Rich?
so the first couple trips, he would send like a timeline right away, like 2 days after the trip.
Yeah,
Um,
because it's fresh. He's stoked.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But I haven't seen my timeline since the last trip to Vienna, I think, which I have no idea when that was, honestly.
Nice.
Maybe like August, September,
Okay.
something like that. And then we went to Mallorca, Barcelona after. Um, Jordan got some stuff in Cape Town when Rich, Maury, and me were filming something for Vans.
Cool.
Um, but yeah,
Rich
now,
Murray Lobser.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Love that dude.
yeah, he's super cool.
Yeah. He's
It was
fucking
pretty cool
awesome.
hanging out and getting the whole Cape Town experience with
Yeah.
him. It's
That's
fun.
what's up.
So yeah, and now I think Rich is trying to get like the timeline ready. I think he has like two songs already. Um, and he's kind of I think he was scared that I don't like him. It's like I'm usually like pretty hands-on with like videos because I
Yeah.
always have like my own vision. I always want my videos to have like a certain style and feel to them, I feel
Yeah. I
like
could see
music
that.
wise and everything.
Yeah.
And when we started filming with Ridge, I was like, I mean, I was kind of like intimidated for like filming with him at first.
Yeah.
And then
I would be
I was
too.
surprised when he was like, "Oh yeah, you can like if you want me to film it from somewhere else, like change the angle, just let me know." It's like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Nice.
Uh, but yeah, I just want him to like I just want to let him do his thing
Yeah.
and get the full on Rich Form pod and
Yeah.
see like how he sees, I don't know, like all of us, like what music he thinks works with our writing.
Yeah. It
So yeah,
usually works out pretty good, dude. Whatever
oh
Rich
yeah,
does
yeah,
is pretty
definitely,
great. That's awesome.
yeah. So I don't think there's anything to be scared about.
Nah. Yeah. Is this your
Yeah,
first project with him?
yeah, first project.
No shit. That's
Uh,
awesome.
it's like we met up like last year in oh shit, that was like 2021. Yeah, in Mallorca when I was still filming with David for my last month's video.
Urge.
Um, yeah, Urge, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, because he hit me up and asked if we want to do like a monster project, whatever, and just like met up and talked for a little bit just to like meet each other, actually see how that goes.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it's been pretty fun. It's been a good experience. Also from like the filming uh point of view, just like seeing him do things, seeing him like like choosing the angles and stuff. It's
Yeah.
like cool to see like yeah, see both sides of it.
Yeah. Because you film too, so you can appreciate that shit, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
What camera? Because I don't know. I'm sure everybody knows you film, but what do you film with? And how long have you? When did you start getting into filming?
I actually just ended up on Vimeo like a couple weeks ago and I found some super old stuff that like just like like how everyone starts put their GoPro on a tripod and then like put some music over it.
Yeah.
Uh and
I gotta
now
look
like over the
that shit up.
last over the last 2 years, I was filming with like a Panasonic AG-AC90
Yeah,
and
that's the hottest camera right now. Everybody's on that.
yeah, pretty much. Eddie got one as well now.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the Mark II fisheye. Um,
Nice.
I just built up a new setup last year, which I just started to use actually, and got rid of the Panasonic, like a Sony Alpha 6500, and
Sick.
then with the Canon 8 to 15 mil fish.
Nice. That's perfect. That's all you need.
Yeah,
What about a
pretty much.
handle?
I just it's like a small rig, wooden handle. Bought it off
Perfect.
my friend Anton that I filmed
Yeah.
my last video with, and I got like a screen for on top of it, so it like
Nice.
just makes filming fish kind of easier.
Yeah.
Don't have to like look through the handle and everything.
Yeah. That's a proper setup, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's been fun filming with it
If
actually.
people are listening, they should go to vimeo.com and search Felix because this is so sick. I'm looking at you riding an indoor skate park with a blue hoodie on
Oh,
from
the
like,
greenhouse, is that like
yeah, a
the
day in
white and
greenhouse with
green
Felix
ramps? Yeah.
Prangenberg. Holy
Yeah, we
shit,
had
man.
that park for like a couple of years. It was like 10 minutes from our house away, but they had to close down after like 2 years,
So 12 years
unfortunately.
ago, you are 20, or no, you're
I'm
12 years old in this video.
24. Yeah, yeah. Holy shit.
Flow in the box jumps hitting. Holy shit, man. All right, I'm gonna put
Honestly,
this link in the
without that
description.
place, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now. Like
I believe it. Training
it
ground.
was, yeah, it was open only from like Thursday to Sunday, but I was able to just like let them know that I'm coming, and they opened up for me.
Nice. Hell
So
yeah.
just got from school, homework, and then my mom or someone just dropped me off pretty much.
Nice. When did
Uh,
you when did it become like a career or like I don't know, did you like yeah, was there a moment where you're like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna do? Like
um, I guess the first time I actually realized, like, yeah, probably like the year when I went to the States. Um, it was like Red Bull Phenom X Games thing. It was like the BMX Worlds here in Cologne. Uh,
it's a big year.
like where I got like third or something, and then Akeem, uh, like he was the Nike Europe manager,
Okay.
and like he was, I don't know, he like took me everywhere. He just took care of me for so long. He was the best
Hell
ever,
yeah.
helped me out so much, and he like gave me his bike back, for like the first time flying. And after that, he was like, yeah, you can just have it. I think you're gonna need it. I was like, what for? Uh,
He saw it in
and
you.
yeah, and I guess like the year after, um, I got a Nike Pro contract, and
Dude, sick.
that was like the year I was at, just like getting out of school and everything. And yeah, that's where I was like, oh, I think I can actually, hopefully, a living out of this at some point.
Yeah.
And it's been like over 7 years now, where that's like my main income, pretty much.
It's your job. It's fucking
Yeah,
awesome, man.
it is.
Congrats.
It is pretty
Dream come
fucking
true,
cool.
man.
Yeah, feel super privileged to do
W-
something. Yeah, what we're doing. It's
What
like
was
riding
your
a stupid little kid's bike.
yeah, right? That's what I explain to people who don't ride and I'm like, yeah, I do stunts on a BMX or a kid's BMX bike, you know? And they're like, "Oh, oh, cool, dude." Like, yeah, I guess it is. You know what? We love it. What was your first sponsor experience? Like who hooked you up first? Was Nike the first one or no?
Um, it was actually the first one, yeah, when I was like,
That's fucking nuts, dude. Mom,
it
dad,
was
I'm on
actually,
Nike.
yeah, it was a little bit different, but so it was at one of those rookie jams,
Okay.
here in Cologne. I think it was like the first year of riding it, or like the second one. Um, I must have been like eight. Yeah, yeah, probably eight. And there was someone from Nike. It was like Nike 6.0 back then.
Yeah, I remember.
Uh, and they were like kind of looking for like, yeah, just like young
Yep.
phenoms. And they came up to my dad and was like, yo, is this your kid? Like, we want to kind of help him out with shoes and whatever. And my dad was pretty skeptical and was like, he hasn't been riding long. I just want him to have fun. So, I mean, you can like leave your number or email or whatever. Now
Damn,
we
he,
can see in like
he
a
gave the
year.
cold shoulder to Nike.
Yeah.
I'll give you a call.
And then like a year later, they were back there at that contest,
Okay.
and we talked to them again, and actually ended up like getting shoes of Nikes since I was like 9.
That's
So
so nuts.
yeah, and then I had like some BMX and dirt shop kind of like helping me out with like free parts in there or just like a good price,
Yeah.
like discount.
Nice.
Which at this point, I mean, I wasn't making any money, so it made it easy for my parents.
Yeah, for
Uh,
real.
so
That's amazing. What about
yeah.
proper frame sponsor? Has it been We the People since day one, or were you on Celebration?
No, I was actually on premium before.
Cool.
So Akeem, he was he had this distro called Fast Pace, and he was the distributor for like premium Colony, like a couple brands.
Yeah.
And I got my first 20-inch bike of him out of old parts. I had like it was like a custom premium gutter shock frame, like a shorter one, like a 20.5, and got like some crazy titanium profile setup and stuff that he just like had laying around. And he was taking care of the whole Nike thing at this point already. And when I was like 15, probably, he was like, "You want to ride for premium?" I was like, "Okay, of
Yes,
course."
please.
So premium was like my like, premium through Fast Pace was my first sponsor. And
Sick.
then when we went out like the year after, like out to Cali, actually went to see everyone at Premium in Harrow. BC was like super close with them. He's like a German vert legend, pretty much.
Okay.
Uh, so he knows everyone out there.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like felt like pretty close to the company, even though I was riding for them through a distro, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at some point I was just like at that point where needed to make decisions like what I want to do with the whole BMX thing, and
Yeah. And this
actually
is, you're young to be thinking about that shit, right? This is, you're
yeah.
15 years old and you're like, oh, what, what's the path?
Yeah.
Pathfinding.
Pathfinding, yeah, pretty much. I mean, my parents taught me like how to write emails and everything with like people that supported me. I was writing for like some clothing brand like kind of early.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and they taught me like how to like that I had to write those emails with them
Yeah.
and be in contact with them. And like end of the year, we would send them like something, just like a little thank you.
Yeah. Nice.
Uh, because I mean, it's insane. It's like some little kid that's just getting free clothes or whatever, and like what are they actually getting out of it?
Yeah.
Um,
Your parents are dope. They showed you how to be a pro, like how to be a professional. That's awesome.
yeah, I think they did a pretty good job with like a lot of things actually, but just with parenting, like
Yeah.
I'm thankful for how I was able to grow up and what they did over all those years for me, especially with like writing and stuff,
Yeah.
that they supported me the way they did. And
How do they
uh,
feel about all these
yeah,
tattoos?
uh, my mom actually started getting tattoos 2 months before I did.
Nice. Sick.
Um, and my dad's always been like, "Oh yeah, no hands, no neck." But like I always knew that I wanted to be like fully covered.
Yeah.
And
It's
like
dope.
coming home with like my hand tattoo was definitely like the vibe was a bit off.
You're like, hi, Dad. How's it going? What's up? Good to see you, man.
Yeah. Yeah, kind of like that. And I mean, at some point they didn't really care. I guess it's just like the phase, like as long as it's like not like
Yeah.
right in the
Right there.
face,
Yeah.
not too bad.
Not
I mean,
SoundCloud rapper.
no, just
But it's not out of
good.
the realm of possibilities. That's one of our Instagram questions I saw earlier. Somebody said, "When's the face tattoo coming?"
I mean, I got a
Got that?
few,
There you
just
go.
like
Yeah. The sideburn
not right
tat,
in my
I don't
face.
consider that a face tat, dude. That's a good
Yeah.
location.
Okay.
That's swag.
Okay.
You look good, kid. You look good. I
Thank you.
remember
Thank you.
so I was like 19 or I was 20 and I went out and stayed at the Come Up House in Long Beach as like an intern. And one night, Catfish brought out his tattoo gun and he was tattooing like daggers on people. And I was just a scared young kid. And I was like, no, my mom's going to freak out. And Catfish is like, shut up, Kanode, get a tattoo. So I was like, okay, just do it on my foot. And he just did some weird line shit on my foot. And I'm screaming, or not screaming, but I'm like, wow, this hurts. Oh my gosh, so cool. And then showing that to my mom, she was like, Robert. Whatever. I got a couple more since then, but
Yeah.
it is one of those things where it's like I have a taste of it now. I got like one under my arm and one on my thigh, and I'm like, I kind of want to go all in, get it
Yeah, like
all
once you've
covered.
started, there's like no way back. And I feel like with a lot of stuff, I'm like a all in or nothing kind of person.
Yeah, if you're gonna do it,
And
do it. Your shit
so it's
looks
like
nice.
either I'm gonna get tattooed or just leave it.
Yeah, it's weird to only have a couple, but that's where I'm at. And it's never too late, dude. I'm 32.
Yeah,
I could still tattoo
just
it up.
yeah, of course.
Is there
If it
any
feels
tattoos
right,
that you
it's
have
right.
that are like particularly special or meaningful?
Yeah, yeah, if you like just like got one on my hand just like before like I had surgery, just like little PMA thing, positive mental attitude.
Nice.
Just like a little reminder, that kind of stuff. I guess my first one's always going to be special. Obviously, it was like a BMX one, just
Yeah.
as like pedaling forward,
Nice.
um, with like a club and stuff. But yeah, every now and then I feel like kind of like it definitely has a meaning. Not like most of them don't. It's
Yeah.
just like, oh, it looks cool.
I like
Fuck it, I'll
both.
get it.
I like how where it's like this means a lot, and then all of this one just looks cool. Like it
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
when people are like, and this one is representing my grandmother, and this one is my sister, and this one is this is the
I know.
bloodline. I'm like, all right, chill out, dude. You just like how they look.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
All right. Um. So we did talk about influences, but I want to know who's the first person you saw in person that you were like, holy shit, that's them. Like, did you ever meet Mike Aiken, or who was
I
your
think I
first
never
like?
did, but I guess like so just like kind of growing up with having the BMX masters here,
Yeah,
like
all the
bros from
pros
all
come.
over the world would come here.
Yeah.
So I guess the first time I was actually starstruck, I was like 9. It was like I was standing in front of Matt Hoffman,
Holy shit. Yeah, that'll
and
do it.
and it was like some sort of like TV stuff back then because I was like one of the youngest. They've known me from that rookie jam thing, uh, and then I got to meet Matt Hoffman and
It's pretty
sit on a
rad.
couch with him. And I think it was like someone kind of like translating and stuff. I can't remember, but I still got like a hat that he signed and said "Go big, dream big, go big."
Fuck yeah,
Uh,
dude. I bet
and
Matt
yeah.
Hoffman's proud of you. I wonder if he remembers that. I bet he does. Do you remember sitting on a
That'd be
couch
pretty
with a
insane.
Hey Matt, do you remember sitting on a couch with a 9-year-old German kid? You said go big and he did, look at him now.
Yeah, so shout out Matt Hoffman, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like but that's like the one time I can actually like remember where I'm like holy shit, this was like such a big moment back then. And I've always had that hat like in my room, just like up on the shelf. And
That's huge,
uh,
dude. That's amazing. 9 years
yeah.
old and met Matt Hoffman. That's way cool. Let's see.
Yeah.
So now you live in Cologne. How long have you lived there?
Mm, it feels like forever because I've always felt like home here. My girlfriend's like a little bit outside of the city, like that's
Cool.
where she grew up. And we
Do you guys live
moved.
together?
Yeah, we moved into this apartment about like a bit longer than 2 years ago.
Nice.
And before that, I was pretty much living just out of like plastic boxes, just
Yeah.
out of my van, either at like Nina's, her parents' house. Went to see my parents every now and then while I was just like kind of like traveling.
Yeah. As
Um,
you should be.
so yeah, and then we got this apartment like over 2 years ago, and yeah.
Is it expensive to live there? Are you in the city or what?
Yeah, I'm in the city. Uh, I guess it's. I feel like comparing it to like I don't know other countries or like living in Cali, it's like definitely cheaper.
Yeah.
Um,
Everywhere is cheaper than
I mean,
Cali,
everywhere's
dude.
cheaper probably, yeah. Um, but yeah, I think there are definitely more expensive cities here in Germany for sure.
Cool.
So it's not too bad, and we got a pretty nice place that we're super happy with as well. So
That's dope. That's
yeah,
huge, man. I love that. I
yeah, that was like such a good feeling, just like actually having your own place, picking clothes out of like a wardrobe, not out of
yeah.
boxes
Yeah.
again. After a couple of years, that was cool.
Yeah, and you get to put art up on the walls and shit. I like your art
Yeah,
behind you. That's dope.
thank you.
What who did this piece right behind you? The traditional, is that a rose? No,
This
yeah.
one,
Yeah.
that's from some artists from the Netherlands.
I like it.
That's just some like use of today, like vinyl uh
That's dope.
carton thing.
Let's talk
Uh,
about music. I know you're particular with it, and you said you have a specific vibe you go for. What's the genre of music that you would say you like the most?
hardcore punk,
Hardcore
hardcore.
punk. Sick.
Yeah, hardcore.
Give me a couple
And then
bands to listen to. I don't know too much hardcore punk.
I don't know, Force of
Force
Denial.
of Denial. Okay.
First one. I know I've been listening a lot to Strange Joy the last couple of days. The new stuff from No Option, XL Live. They just released an album.
XL Life.
XL Live. They're from Cardiff actually. Like Jordan, I think knows some of them.
Sick. Is
Yeah,
Cardiff near
Echo
Wales
Chamber,
then?
you're from Cologne. Yeah, it's in Wales. Yeah,
Okay, got you.
yeah. They, I don't know, like the scene here in Germany has been really fucking good the last couple of years. Just like so many people making cool shit, doing
Sick.
shows. Um, yeah, new bands, everything. It's
Yeah,
been pretty good. Like every time I was home the last year, like between trips, I would try to squeeze in a show or two to see
sick.
some people playing. Yeah.
Do you ever play music?
No, unfortunately not.
Just enjoy
Like,
it.
yeah, I enjoy it. I wish I could play like a guitar, like drums or
You were
something.
too busy learning how to ride bikes since you were 3 years old, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there anything else that
Mm.
you are good at besides bikes? Like, well, I'm sure there is, but another talent that you have?
I wouldn't call any of it talent, I guess, just like interests.
Okay. What are you interested
I,
in besides
but I
BMX?
guess it's just like well, like photo, like shooting photos, just filming, editing, just kind of getting creative like with like mixed media.
Yeah.
Um,
I seen in one of the projects you did with David. I think his name's David. David.
Shallow.
Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
you guys have a Super 8 or a
Yeah, I've
16
got a
millimeter
Super
or
8.
something?
That's like super fun to shoot with, and
I've
like
always wanted to do that. I've been filming for 17 years. I never touched one. It's
it looks so
stupid.
good. I just
Yeah.
love it, and the feeling when you get it back, and you don't really know like how it's gonna look like.
Yeah.
I
Just
just feel like a little kid getting it back, just getting that email, the V transfer link. I'm like, oh, can't wait to see it.
how does it
Just
work? So you buy film somewhere online or in a
yeah,
Photoshop?
there's like a shop I always buy it from Berlin, and there's only one address all over Germany that actually develops and scans the film,
Oh wow.
and so that makes the whole thing just like pretty expensive.
Yeah, that's
Like
what I've heard.
like 2 minute, it's like 2 minute 30, it's like 15 meters of film, I think. Yeah. It's like in the end about 100 euros.
Shit.
Yeah, it is a
Two
lot of
minutes
money.
for $100. That's
I
better be
know.
worth it, dude.
So you better like choose your like what you film wisely,
For real.
not
That's awesome.
just throw the money out of the window. Yeah.
Which camera do you have exactly? I remember. So you did this clip, 360 Smith nose pegs, easy three on the
Yeah.
two block setup, and then you celebrate and you almost knock over the camera. What
Oh
cam?
yeah,
What
there it is.
camera is that?
It's like a Nits brown Nitso 200, 300, something like that.
Brown Nitso 200.
I think so.
I'll
I know that's called
look something up.
brown Nitso. And I actually it's like my friend Aaron's girlfriend's grandpa. He gave it to her. She gave it to my friend Aaron, and he didn't really use it. It was like
Let me take that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a hold on to this for a minute, man. It adds such a nice touch, and you can tell if it's real or if it's faked. I think
Yeah, yeah,
some people
exactly. Like,
get away with faking it and maybe slip one past me, but it's pretty obvious when it's the
yeah, it's like
organic shit.
a completely different feel. Like, I feel like, yeah, just like the craniness, the light flares and everything. It's like so hard to imitate.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Um,
trying to imitate a VX1000. You can't. Like
yeah, you just can't.
something about the
It,
colors and the sun
yeah,
and
exactly.
the
Yeah, the
softness.
colors. Oh my God.
That's another camera that
Uh,
I've never filmed with. I've been on these are all 2100s or 2000s. Like never filmed on a VX1000. I don't know
yeah,
why.
I didn't either. I think I never did. Yeah, I've had one for a while with a friend, but the colors were all messed up, and we tried everything to fix it. Everything was like green and pink.
Fuck yeah.
Um, so I never really
It's
used
just
it.
I'm so over filming on these old cameras, man. Like I'm finishing this video and then I'm done. Mediocre 2 and then that's it. I'm throwing it.
Are those all
Drop them all.
2100s in the back?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dinosaur. And they're all dead. Like one's got a
I'll-
floppy mic. They're all either the heads are ruined on some of them and I don't even know what's wrong with all of them, but none of them work. The one that works is in my camera bag and I only have one. And then in my second angles, I've been just using my iPhone on a tripod.
Yeah.
If
Yeah, that
if we
that
even do
totally
a
works
second
as
angle.
well.
I need to get a film camera or like a Super 8. What is the brown Nitzo? Is it Super 8 or 16 millimeter?
That's super 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I need to get one of
Um,
those for to make, I don't know, the B-roll and give a cohesive thing. That's the cool thing about
yeah.
filming on an old camera is it makes everything look like it's from the same time period, even though it's filmed over the course of 5 years. Like
Yeah,
the
exactly.
clips match each other because of the camera
Yeah,
is just
it just works like
yeah.
good thing to get footage together. Just e- even if you can, I don't know, black and white and color, switch that up, that all
Yeah.
works together as well.
What's your favorite project that you've edited?
Probably the last two ones I've put out, the one with Paul
Fracture
Turin,
Blue?
and then Fracture Blue. That was like the last one I put out,
Yeah.
and um,
What was the one
that was
before that?
super fun. Paul Turin's video part for Vans TSG in Kunstform. Um,
What are you saying?
that's like
Paul Turns?
Paul Turin's like Thoelen.
O-L Paul. All
Uh,
right.
Thoelen.
Ah, there it is. Paul Tolan BMX.
And it's like all like black and white Super 8 B-roll.
Sick.
So,
Let's see. Felix. I'm gonna look it up.
yeah, that was pretty fun.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fresh.
And that was also
Oh
on
yeah,
the
I love. I
Sonic
haven't seen this
still.
yet, dude. This B-roll looks dope. So for this black and white, are you doing that in post or is the film black and white?
No, the film was actually black and white. So I filmed two black and white films for that one. One of them was expired for like over 10 years. And so that one place that actually develops all the films doesn't do that anymore. So I found like some women and some lady in Berlin that had like her own built website that you would have to email and then send the film to her. And it's like super experimental. It's like super hard. She has to keep the temperature right the whole time. Like you just
Dude,
don't
that's
know.
crazy.
It was actually like a color film, but it's only able to be developed in black and white.
Because of the fact that it's expired.
Yeah, something like that. I think there's
Trippy.
like some chemical that's like just like gone, messed up, whatever in there. I don't know like how it
Dude,
exactly works. But
just
yeah, it's like I had no idea how it's gonna come out, and it did like come
came
out
out
so much
sick.
better than I could
Yeah.
even
Just
imagine.
the first 4 seconds of the video, I'm like, this looks amazing. I love it. And then you're out riding and you're filming all the riding on your AG.
Yeah,
And
that was like
you're
all on the AG.
oh dude, the B-roll's so good. I love it.
Thank you.
And he's nice with it. You guys are riding you did 180 toboggan over this rail.
Yeah,
All right. If
yeah.
you're listening, this is on Dig's website. And it came out two weeks ago. Go watch Paul Tolan. Tolan. How do you say it?
Paul Turin.
Tulin. What the fuck?
Turin.
OE is two. All right. I'm learning.
Yeah.
What do you think's harder language, Germany or German or English? I've heard
Oh,
people say English is
definitely
hard.
German.
German's harder?
Yeah.
Why?
I was so much worse in German in school than in English, honestly.
Yeah. How's your German
But
grammar? Can you write an essay?
um, my girlfriend always corrects pretty much everything. Right.
How do you say you're stupid in German?
Uh, du bist dumm.
Du bist dumm.
Du bist dumm. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I feel like my grammar in English is actually better.
Nice. Yeah. Well,
Um,
that's
yeah.
important because like I don't know, even for something like this, as huge of a deal as doing a little podcast is, but you know what I mean. Like business
Yeah,
around,
yeah,
it's the international language. It feels
totally.
like.
It is the international language. And
Yeah.
even when I go somewhere and people are not able to speak English, I'm like this should be in school, like everywhere. Everyone should learn it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I wouldn't be mad.
yeah.
I wouldn't have to learn anything new. I did learn Spanish in high school. Then I got to go to Barcelona for like 2 weeks, and I felt cool because I could same as your trip to America. I could like understand, but I couldn't
Yeah,
really speak. I could get by. You know, I could go into a shop and order shit and say gracias and all that. It's fun, cool experience. But now it's
that
fucking
was cool.
gone
Yeah.
because it's been uh,
Like too long.
15 years since I
Oh yeah.
went there.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. You definitely have to like be on it. And I
Yeah.
feel like if I haven't been on a trip, especially after COVID,
Yeah.
even though like Dave, who works with people, Dave Patterson, like we hang out like all the time. We always speak English, but not going on trips for so long, hearing like different sorts of like accents and whatever slangs, it was
Yeah.
like kind of hard getting back into it, or just like I had like there were so many words missing for me. Just like
When you're thinking, like right now, if I ask you a question in your head, do you hear yourself talking, and are you talking in English or German
yeah,
inside your head?
no, in English, it's like
Does it switch back and forth? Like if you're talking to somebody German, you start thinking German, or
yeah, it depends on how much I spoke either of those languages before. Like
yeah,
sometimes I'm coming home from a trip, just get back to the airport and just trying to order something somewhere, and just like start speaking in English, and I'm like, oh, what am I doing? And I just like keep going because I'm like, this seems stupid when I just like talk German now.
it's trippy to think about, man. Did you know that some people don't have that inner monologue? Like they don't hear a voice inside their head when they think?
Yeah, that
Can you
was
imagine?
pretty crazy. It's like
Yeah,
I don't know. I talk to myself like all damn day.
yeah,
Like,
for real. I can't imagine not having that inner monologue. You're just going at "Durr" all day long, you know, or you
yeah,
just say what's yeah.
and then there are people that can't see, like they can't visualize anything in their head either.
Yeah, that's so trippy. I'm glad I got both of those. That's cool.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
like if I told you to picture an apple right now, what kind of do you see it in your head being 3D or a cartoon? Is it in color? Can you see light off of it? You know, it's
Yeah,
trippy to think about. Our brains are powerful,
it,
man.
it is. Yeah. Wait, just going out filming a clip and you know how it's gonna look like on the computer later on,
Yeah,
like how
true.
you want it to look like. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. There's yeah, and that applies to filming too. Like there's for each trick, there's like an optimal way to film the clip, you know?
Yeah.
Which is interesting. What's the latest trick that you added to your tool belt? Because you stay learning shit. What's the latest thing you learned?
I mean, the last thing I was thinking of for so long, I filmed that one for Freak, so don't really want to talk about it.
Sick. Oh, that's
um,
exciting.
and other than that, I feel like I haven't been writing too much, honestly. Just kind of my body just like been kind of beat up and trying to take some time off.
I think you
Uh,
deserve a little bit of time off after 2022.
yeah, I had to actually like realize that as well and be like, oh yeah, I think I do deserve some time off, and I
Yeah,
need some
fucking
time
yeah.
off actually.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, fucking love it. I love writing, I love filming.
Yeah.
But your body and your mind just like shuts down at some point, and
Mm-hmm.
you just have to give yourself some time off. Just all stuff that you're gonna learn as well, I guess.
You did
Um,
so much in 2022. How
yeah,
many parts did you put out? I feel like 5 or 6. Am I right? Honey,
uh,
Honey
Honey.
Urge was late
I mean,
21
yeah, yeah.
actually.
Urge was like late 21. It was like December 21.
We'll count that for
I
2022.
guess.
That's
Wait,
starting
when did
20.
the Doom video come out? Came out last year, right?
I think so.
But I mean, that was like the years before, and the last
Chapter
fucking
1 was
music
one
video
year
was
ago,
a
yeah.
while ago. So, Honey, the Lampard, the film with Anton, that came out in August, I believe.
How do you say that? Lärm?
Lärm, it's noise, and like German word
Tight.
for noise.
Yeah, that one was a fucking banger, dude. And it's not just a normal part, it's 8 minutes long, man. And like
Yeah, and we wanted it to be kind of like a winter and summer part.
sick. I could see that.
Um, so
We should
yeah,
talk
and
about that part.
yeah, sure, I'm
Um,
down.
let's so for you guys watching, it might be a little shaky, but let's do it anyway. Um, hopefully this works. So is this you getting tatted?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is
that's your
my
head
the top of
tattoo.
my head. Yeah,
Yeah.
sucked.
Boom. New man.
Pretty much.
And
Yeah, that
then
wasn't too fun.
who's this playing the guitar?
This is Anton's dad.
Sick.
So he did the first song and the outro. We had like snippets from like a couple songs that we gave to him and just told him what we wanted.
Like
And
different riffs and shit.
yeah, exactly. Just
Okay.
like that kind of style. We found like a song that's like kind of similar, and we wanted to make something else out of it. So we just gave it to him, and uh, yeah, he did a pretty good job. It
I'd
just like
say.
worked so good, and it was like even better than we imagined it.
It's like a new. Have you seen the old Animal video where they use the sound of the street drummer
Yeah,
as the video soundtrack? I love that
yeah,
shit. And so stuff
yeah.
like
That
this,
was
I
super
like.
cool as well. I feel
Yeah,
like
this kind of your own version of that.
yeah, I always have to think about videos of Rich somehow if
Mm-hmm.
something like that comes up with like the street drumming and
Yeah,
everything.
Rich is good about like incorporating everything that's going on.
Yeah, like the audio on his videos are something else.
And he doesn't even use a microphone on his camera. It's
I
so
was
like
I
crazy.
was so mind blown when I was when I went on the first trip and he like got his camera set about. I was like, how the fuck do you do it? Like
Yeah.
how do you do it?
No mic, just the camera, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
It's because he knows what he's doing. And dude, there's like in Premiere Pro, there's artificial intelligence now to like make speaking sound better. So I'm sure it can make biking sound better. And
Yeah.
it's interesting. I don't know when you have to edit out your footsteps and add in your
Mhm.
own sound. You watch that dude, the mountain bike guy that has videos that it's just raw sound of him going
Oh,
down.
Brendan Samnock.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was tripping so hard when those videos came out. I was like zooming in on the video, like there's got to be a microphone on his bike. So I'm like,
Yeah, on the bike, right? Yeah.
no. But then I emailed the guy who made it, and he was like, no, it's Foley. So it's all fake sounds. Like it's
No way.
somebody
Holy
in
shit.
post production, like moving a ratchet wrench to make the cassette sound, and then faking
What?
the tire noises, and it's all just in post production. Like I was like,
Damn, I
what?
didn't know
So
that.
good.
That's
That's why it
insane. Yeah,
sounds so perfect.
I was expecting them to have like a microphone on the bike or like on the I
Same.
don't know, on the jumps, whatever.
I was bugging out, dude.
Wow.
I spent
That's
hours
that's
watching
pretty
that
cool.
video. Yeah. Would you say this is one of your favorite videos? Jesus Christ, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. Has to be one of my favorite videos. And especially that first clip it's like one of my favorite clips I've got for this part.
Pretty great.
Um that was like one of the things where I came to the spot and I was like, what did I call out?
Yeah.
Uh,
Why did I say this?
yeah.
How was that? That seems like a crazy day.
Yeah, that was pretty fun. I think was that I feel like that was the day when Paul did a cannonball out of it from like he pedaled all the way across that plaza downstairs and jumped out of the slide.
Over the
over the
rail?
rail with a cannonball.
Wow. And that's in the video that you just dropped 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, exactly.
Sick. I gotta watch that. That's dope.
But yeah, that was super fun. Some skaters did it as well.
It's a cool little setup.
It's like in the Thresher Germany video, I think.
Dope.
And that was like all like pretty early in the year, super cold, just rainy. It was rainy like all day, so we just like went to that undercover spot.
Yeah. That I kind of like that like if it's a rainy day but you really want to go ride, like for us in Arizona, it's like basically you can go to a parking garage or some spot like that where it's covered, but there's not that many of them. But I
Yeah,
like
there's
that
definitely not that many of
forces
it.
you.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of my favorite spots in Cologne, actually. Just a
That
kleptomani pad pretty much, but it's
yeah, it's
so
pretty
fun.
dope. And
Love
it's
it.
like good looking. It's
Yeah.
water and all that shit. That's in Cologne?
Yeah, that's in Cologne.
Sick.
Yeah. I don't know what was wrong with me that day. I just wanted to get a clip.
You made it work, dude. It's a
Yeah,
good
I
clip.
guess.
How was your ankle on this one?
Uh,
I
my
It
my
looked like it
ankles
was
are pretty
bad.
messed up.
I
Yeah,
believe it.
it hurts for like it's like at that point where it hurts for like 5 minutes, and then it's all right.
Yeah.
But that one actually like I don't know. I
Put
felt it
on
a couple days.
put on some high tops.
Yeah.
That's so crazy, dude. How that it's got to be hard. I mean, what's hard for you? Like what clip in here so far took the longest? Did that take a while?
Flat rail tricks definitely take the longest. I hate
Okay.
flat rail clips. Honestly, like there's like some stuff that I've spent so many hours on and just couldn't get it. Like when we were still filming on tape as well, just like wasted so many tapes
Yeah.
and then I think the second time I went to the spot and couldn't get the clip again, I was like, I'm never gonna ride the spot again. Uh, I
On that one
actually
right
had
there?
no, it was a different one.
What were you
It's like
trying? Can I
another
know? Or is that a
um
secret for Freak?
no, that was like from like years ago. It was like just like it's like two L flat rails, like L here, L on the other side.
Yeah.
So it was just like an over eyes to over to manual, and then over pegs, hard way back crooks Indian.
Fucking understandably difficult. Jesus Christ. I'd like to do the over ice to back over without the manual. That sounds cool.
Over eyes feel pretty good.
Oh, oh, tell me about fracture. That was one of the questions that I wanted to talk about. What is fracture? How did it start? And what's the future of fracture?
It kind of just started, I don't know, like during the winter probably, just us being motivated trying to film. First went out like when it got like super, when it got dark super early. Just went out with a couple of friends because like Cologne has like the biggest scene in Germany.
Yeah.
Everyone's motivated to ride, to film, shoot photos. Everyone's like doing creative stuff kind of.
Sick.
And yeah, we just needed something to put stuff out over. We just wanted a name for it and film videos, go out with everyone and have a
That's the
good time.
best. Your own
So
your own project. Why is it called
yeah,
fracture?
why?
Yeah.
I don't know. We were just like we need a cool name. I don't know.
It's a cool
It's
name.
like
It's a
it
good
just
name.
worked.
Yeah.
I was yeah, Dave and me were just like thinking about it. I guess he probably came up with it, and they were like, "Yeah, let's do it. Let's go with it."
Cool. Who's all
Uh,
on? I just watched the Fracture Blue, but I don't remember everybody's name. Shout them out. Who's on? Who's in Fracture?
um, I mean, so we put out like a full length video last year,
Hmm.
and that was pretty much with like two mixed transactions, every like a couple full length like full parts and everything, and then the last blue video was like Adi and Matis. They're both not from Cologne, but they're just here a lot. Matis
Sick.
is gonna move here, I think. Um, and then Marius DJ, he has like I think he lives in Porto part time. So he just like came over to Lisbon for a little bit, hung out with us, and then it was like Santos, she's from Lyon, Kevin was from Lyon. They were just in town, so we just like met up to ride.
Tight.
Um, Jota's from down there. Um, Rato, he was the dude just like that. He came with Marios and just like shot loads of photos all week, and so we got like a little clip in that indoor like undercover, like it was like a metro thing uh
Sick.
together. So yeah, it was just like
The little,
I knew
yeah,
that I
where
wanted to
there's
get
spray
something.
paint all over the walls and like
Yeah,
a pillar that you go around. You did a backlash full cab
full
on it.
cab. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah,
It's a
that spot
sick
was
looking
actually pretty
spot,
fun.
dude.
It was
Yeah.
like it was raining all day. So we just like hung out, had some coffee, and then made dinner. And after that, we just went to that spot and rode until like 1:30 in the morning. And
Nice.
I haven't had that in a while actually. It felt cool just going out, like no pressure,
Having fun with the boys.
just having fun with the boys. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Uh,
Yeah, I looked at that spot sticks out because it's like not too crazy of a spot, but just the fact that you get to hang out there and it's dope.
yeah, exactly.
You guys
Yeah, I felt like it
made it
was
work.
cool having like a little extra section for it.
Yeah, it was dope. All right, so that's fracture.
Yeah.
Let's get into the biking, dude.
That's a pretty fun spot.
Switch
If
footed.
Max, Garrett and Billy, they've been riding it for probably 20 years.
Yeah. All switch footed.
Yeah, that
Switch footed
one.
again.
Yeah, that first one felt kind of awkward.
Yeah.
Switch for the opposite full cap.
Who was the first person to do the nollie full cab? Was it you? Off
I
the loading
guess
dock in a video 5 years ago?
I the first one I did, and I think I don't know. I feel like I don't want to be like, oh yeah, I did it
I
first,
have a
like
feeling it was you.
really
I don't,
whatever. But
yeah,
I think it was me here in Cologne on that plaza, like upper ledge. Mm. I did like the Feeble Naughty Hard way that day as well.
sick.
I feel like Jake Seeley, he was doing them pretty early as well.
Yeah,
I feel like after us doing them, a lot of people started doing them as well.
it's fun. I've
But
never
yeah,
been able to do a nollie cab, let alone nollie full cab. That's pretty wild, man.
I guess like down stuff, the nollie cab sometimes works a little bit better. It's like you just like you're not gonna over rotate it or anything.
Yeah,
It's like I don't know.
man, maybe I put that on my list of things I
Yeah,
gotta learn.
just like start doing them like off a curb, down some
Okay,
stair, like two
yeah.
stair, whatever.
Curb
Like,
sounds easier than flat. Flat, it feels so fucking weird, dude. It's hard.
yeah, it does. It is pretty hard actually. I don't like doing them on flat either.
When did you start trying to do tricks switch footed? Like, and why?
Like,
Because you can do everything with your right foot forward, but then it's a whole new ball game switching your
uh,
feet. What influenced that?
I mean, I grew up with watching a lot of Danny Hickerson as well. Um,
He's iconic.
yeah, uh, and I guess it was just like one winter here in Cologne in the indoor park. I've been riding that place since the first year I've been riding BMX. Uh, it only got rebuilt like once in that time. They just did it the second time, just like rebuilt the whole skate park like a couple months ago. But yeah, I was just like kind of bored of that park.
So you're
I
like,
was
I'm gonna
like,
switch my feet around.
yeah, like what can I do to actually like keep having fun at this place? And
Nice.
just like started messing with like the feeble hard ways. And I mean, obviously like Nathan, he's been doing like
Yep.
switch-footed stuff for as well, like big fucked up shit, like
Yeah.
switch-footed, like opposite hopping on to rails, tire rides and stuff.
He's incredible.
Um, so yeah, just like kind of taking some inspiration from a couple people and kind of being bored of the skate park and yeah,
Yeah.
trying new things. And it felt like it was it almost felt like I just learned a brand new trick.
Yeah. Because it is. It's like a whole different.
Yeah, I
So
guess.
like even just bunny hopping left foot forward is totally different and weird.
Yeah,
Like me,
definitely.
I do that and it feels so awkward. It's like restarting from scratch.
Yeah.
Feels like you're
And yeah,
13 years old again.
I found that pretty cool.
Yeah,
Just like learning like learning something from scratch pretty much.
that's
That's what
dope.
it was. Just like, yeah.
I'm so excited that you told me you learned the new shit for the Monster Freak video. I want to know. I'm gonna ask you as soon as you stop recording, dude.
I'm so hyped on that clip, honestly.
I'm excited.
Uh
Dude, that
yeah.
video is gonna be so fucked. Anyways, back to Lamb. Lamb. How long were you filming for this project?
The first clip we got was December 2021.
Okay.
I think we filmed like one or two clips, and then I was pretty much home until like mid-March. I got surgery on my elbow in like mid-December. So before that, we went out filming so much. Antoine didn't have like a proper job where he like had to go to like 9 to 5 or whatever. Um, and he was able to do like a couple photo jobs here and there. And on the days he wasn't working, we would just go out like 9 or 10 in the morning and just get clips done,
Just a
kind of
full
like plan
full
all the
day.
spots out and just a full day.
Just you and him?
And then just yeah, just both of us pretty much.
I like that.
I actually like going out just with the film and not having too many people around.
Me too.
Um, I don't know, especially if you already have like the spots planned out and you're just like super focused and
It's
I
a
don't know, you just
mission.
get yeah,
Like you
just
know
get
what you
it
want
done.
and you go
Yeah,
get it.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I
Fucking
like
move to
that.
Arizona, dude. I need more people like you around me. Everybody, like I love both where you can ride with all the homies and have a good time, but like times for me with my busy life, time is of the essence. Let's go do
Yeah,
a mission
yeah,
and get clips.
and
Know what you want and like where's the spot and what's the trick and all that.
yeah,
Um but yeah, I love both. Especially if I'm the one riding, I want to be just with the filmer. Mostly because I'm embarrassed because my shit takes forever to land. But yeah, it's a good vibe going out for a mission,
yeah,
especially if you
yeah,
have something in
definitely.
mind.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I love it.
let's keep going with Lamb.
We had no wax.
Did that work?
It actually worked, yeah.
Nice.
And it was so cold that day. I couldn't like
Switch footed, tooth over ice, hard 180 over,
yeah.
and fucking ridiculous.
Thanks. Yeah. I wasn't able to feel my toes at some point. It was so cold that day.
Wait, that over ice was switch footed and opposite.
The switch, the now
No, yeah.
the hanger is opposite. The ice
Okay.
is
Ice is
regular.
regular, but switch footed. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes a little bit
I
more
think
sense.
that trick probably took the longest, honestly.
Out of the whole video? No shit.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anton did good with this. Who is it? You guys editing it together?
Anton did it mainly. Like
Nice.
obviously, like I wanted to have a say on the music and everything. Like the second song is like of a homie from like he also plays in like a hardcore band in where they're from, Delaware.
Delaware.
Uh and he has like a little solo project which is called Jasmine Eyes, and I just like that music, like just like the whole sound, the vibe that would like how it would work with the video.
Sick.
So just asked him, and he was like super hyped that we're gonna use it. Yeah.
Did you get cleared or like you don't have to get it cleared if they don't have like a
No,
record
yeah,
label doing this shit.
he's just like his music on at this point was just on Bandcamp,
Mm-hmm.
um, not even on like Spotify. So I just like hit him up and asked him. He was like, "Yeah, of course, fuck yeah, that's
Hell
sick."
yeah. So you spend time on Bandcamp.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. That I feel like they're like, I mean, most of the hardcore bands upload their stuff on there as well.
Yeah. That used
Like
to be
all
my
like,
life, dude. I was working for Sabrosa and they required me to clear every single song that
yeah,
went into any video. So I was spending all my time on Bandcamp, emailing artists and like it was before I figured out what DocuSign is, where you can sign digitally.
mhm.
And I would have them print out a contract, sign it, take a picture, and send it back to
No
me
way.
just to use it for a YouTube video for Sabrosa, dude. But
Uh,
I got to talk to a lot of dope artists that I was stoked
yeah,
on.
that's cool. And they're usually like super,
Yeah,
super hype for C's
so
music.
hyped. Yeah, exactly. They're like,
It's
that's
just
so
like,
dope. Of course you can. I'm like, all right, sick, cool.
yeah, like they're getting put out there as well.
Yeah,
Just like a win-win
it's a huge win
situation.
for them with your video, dude. Over 100,000 views on it. It's fired. I love this half cab. What's your favorite trick to do down a big set like this?
uh, I usually just like warm up with like a three,
Yeah.
like especially this one.
Did you three this before
Uh,
you half cabbed it?
yeah, I mean, there's like a pretty known um set in Cologne. Like my friend Tom, he like nose bunked Hot 180, the pillar on the side.
Oh, this
Victor's,
wall?
yeah, this wall, yeah,
Damn.
yeah, that was that. he had a couple flats.
Yeah,
Um,
that's crazy.
but yeah, I think that's like the craziest clip I've seen on it so far. It's been
Nose bonk, hard 180 on that.
yeah,
That's fucking awesome.
yeah, that was so good. I was hyped that I got to film that one.
Sick.
Um, yeah, just like lots of people have done stuff on it, and
Is this the one that
just like
Bruno
a good time.
540'd?
No, like the big one that's like somewhere in Malaga, I think.
Okay, I got you. I know
It's
he
like it's not like
540'd
I
a
feel
double
like
set.
it's like quite long. It's like not tall.
Yeah, this one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the first half cup I did, I pretty much just like manward down the second.
No shit.
So
I can imagine, dude. Going a distance with half caving is hard.
yeah,
God,
and like the run up was kind of weird as well. It was like super busy.
you have to
You can't like
carve
go
in.
straight to it. And
Right.
I like took it even longer pretty much, and that than just going straight.
You seem to have those pretty good. 540s.
Yeah, fives are probably my favorite trick to do. Fives and full caps. Or just going
I
fakie.
love how fives feel when I could do them.
Yeah, I lost them like for a while at some point. I just
It's
like
easy
kept
to
landing
lose
like
shit.
super nose dive and like landed on my face once.
No shit.
Yeah, and I didn't do them for like a year or so, and then just I feel like they got it did better after
That's
that.
awesome. Yeah. If you take a break from something, it come back fresh and then it's there and it's
Yeah,
clicked. That's dope. Skirt. It's a cool transition.
yeah,
This is your
Anton
Delaware
did
boy.
it. Yeah.
Delaware music. Oh, I wanted to tell you, dude. So that's sick, the fakie turn down. But the one video where you did a 180 to backwards manual to straight fakie turn down off of like a
Oh, and
electrical
the
box was
RTD. Yeah.
so fucking good,
Thank
dude.
you.
It's just
That
like
that actually took a while. I
I
was
believe it, dude. Choosing to do that is so sick. Like of all the tricks you could do out of the backwards manual,
Thank
to
you.
turn down is fucking choice.
Yeah, I guess the park and Treads kitty will always
Yeah,
be in here. So
that's what I think I can see with your writing is you can do every like that. Fucking awesome, dude. That's a trails trick on street. The only other person I see, well, I've seen
that
LaShawn do one down a 3 block. Brett Silva's doing them a lot right now.
yeah,
Three
Brett,
tables.
he has
He's
the
got the
best fucking
best.
table.
Yeah.
There's like a clip of Garrett three
Garrett,
tabling down the
yeah,
stair
three table
set.
into the curb cut, like
Yeah,
down a
Deck is
10
pretty
string.
good at them too.
Yeah, that's a good trick, dude.
Yeah.
But what I was saying is you can tell you learned all the tricks and now you're like an artist just choosing what to do on where and it's fun to watch, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it. And like most of the spots are pretty much here in Cologne, like
That's
or
dope.
just like around Cologne. It was just like between trips. That spot is always pretty fun too.
That looks awesome. Shoo. That's tall.
That was tough. I was trying to
Yeah.
nose bump through it and just kept eating shit.
Yeah, I believe it. That's so big. It's an interesting mix of like HD and SD clips, but it's all
Yeah, with like
square.
the B-roll,
Yeah.
like SD. Yeah.
Here we got a whip line coming. I remember.
Oh, that one took a while as
Switch
well.
foot, 180 down. Fucking doesn't make any
Yeah,
sense.
switch opposite.
Swap. Swapo.
Swapper.
What's this effect? Is this an effect in
It's
post or is it
actually on the
it's in
camera.
camera, slow shutter speed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it had like some like trial effects and like all sorts of effects on there.
Cool.
He got it, like, I think, pretty cheap and just like started messing around with it.
Well, look at this spot, dude.
Yeah,
Europe's got spots.
that's in Berlin. It's like a super famous rail.
Yeah, it should be. It's gorgeous.
That's
Boom.
here in Cologne as well.
There's Anton. There he is, guys.
Yeah.
Big homie Anton. I never noticed this clip. Just people.
Yeah, it's just like
And they all disappear.
quick.
Shoot.
That was actually the first clip after I had surgery on my elbow
I could
last
see
year.
the thing on your arm.
Yeah,
It was on your left
and
arm, yeah? Yeah.
left arm, and then I was sore for like a week, couldn't do anything.
Shit. Dude, that's a dream spot right there. What is that? A school or something?
It's like a school, and
What is the
very
purpose
funny.
of this amazing skate park
I
in the center of the
I
driveway,
have
dude? That's
no
crazy.
idea. I found it on some skaters Instagram, like a German skate page posted it,
Yeah.
and the geotag was Berlin. So just texted a friend of from Berlin. It's like, yo, you know where that spot is? It's like, no, I've never seen it, and it bothered him so much that he didn't know the spot, even though it said Berlin. So he pretty much tried to like find every single sign that you could see in the back, and then he just eventually found it on Google Maps, and it
Nice.
was like pretty much in between Berlin and Cologne. And Anton and me were going up to Berlin for a couple of days. And then on the way up there, we just like hit that spot up and then kept driving after.
It's an incredible spot, dude. And that's awesome to have a victory where you finding a spot based off of like a sign that you have to zoom enhance in
Yeah,
the background and shit. That feels good. Not to mention it's a crazy fucking trick, dude. The
thanks.
kids,
Yeah,
kids in the
thanks
background.
so much,
Hey,
guys.
whose mom is this, dude? That's awesome.
There's actually Mo Nussbaumer's girlfriend, Anna.
Oh no shit. Hell yeah,
Yeah,
Mo. I love Mo.
yeah. We took her with us up to Berlin when they were still living up there.
Wait, is that her too with the soccer?
No, that was just some random
She
girl.
just handy cam.
That's her.
That's dope.
And then that was just like some random people at the spot.
Fuck yeah. It's a vibe. This oh is this the same dude? Yeah, that's nuts. That's one of the clips that I like still think about. Full cab tail whip. How hard is that for you? I mean,
Um,
Smith Easy, full
I
cab
mean,
whip.
I've done
Fuck.
a bunch of them before, just not that fast, I guess.
Ah, yeah.
Um, and some of them were super loose, and then I got so close to do them, like on so many of them, just like slipped my pedal, got too back heavy, and I don't know, and eventually just worked out. It's like hard to like find the right point, how you gotta be like above your bike, kind of doing the whip.
Yeah.
I just
I've never been
I'm
able to tail
super
whip, so I
super
can't
hyped on that
relate.
one.
But that's yeah, it's fucking incredible. Do you when you're doing whips and shit, are you wearing shin pads and ankle guards?
No,
You're just
I,
raw dogging it? Damn.
yeah, pretty much.
I mean, at least you got the
I
high
just
tops, but still,
yeah, that's pretty much all I've been wearing the past year, being on Vans,
that's
and
smart.
I don't know, like I got like a park whip pretty much. I feel like when I learned them, I was riding like a gyro and learned
Yeah.
them on on a fly out, just like on top of the box jump.
Let's see if this looks like a
Uh,
park whip.
I feel like that helps me now with doing that kind of stuff.
That's fucking incredible. It doesn't look like a park whip. It just looks like a perfect whip. If you could have anybody's style of whips, who do you think has the best looking tail whips in the game?
Ooh, I would probably want someone's tail whips that always land pedals.
Chase D,
Um, Chase D and Fathead.
Fathead.
Yeah,
I gotta look up some fathead whips.
yeah, he has a really good hop whip, I would say. Yeah,
Yeah,
and
just
then
stomping
oh
to pedals is so good.
yeah, I would like to have a Garrett opposite whip.
Yeah. Do you not? You can't oppo whip? You can oppo whip though.
uh, Barely. I don't
Barely.
know.
Yeah, now that
I
you
do
say
them
that,
every now
there's
and then.
you did a switch footed opposite one in this video, but no big deal.
Yeah, I, I
But
honestly,
Garrett
yeah,
does them
I don't,
better. Just
yeah,
kidding.
he definitely does them better. Definitely.
Oh shit. That's a good one. You can tell you're stoked.
Yeah.
Is it coming this is this the video with the unlucky hard 720 cab?
Yeah, I think it might
Yeah.
be after this clip. I'm not sure. This is
That's-
like super famous spot in Berlin.
I love the flat five in a line.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, I just wanted
Yep,
to do
here it
something
is.
else.
That doesn't even look real, dude. On YouTube, this is the most replayed spot right here.
Oh shit, you can
Uh,
actually see that. I
yeah.
didn't know. Shit.
Shit, dude.
Sick. Yeah, I'm hyped on that one. That was like I think that was the last now second to last clip after I got back from X Games. I knew that I wanted to get the video out within like 2 weeks with Anton. So got back and then had like that in mind and the big nose bong in the end. And I did like a fakie 7 at X Games again in practice. So I felt comfortable just going there and doing it and
Doing it
worked
after an
worked
unlucky
pretty
hard as
fast
well.
actually.
Like
So
just doing an
hard.
unlucky hard is a good trick, and then to line yourself up for a 720 cab after it. How many tries do you think it took you? And what even happens? You just
I've,
five cab it a couple of times and then throw in the extra rotation?
yeah, I've done like one or two, like one 5 cap, two 5 caps. I think the third 7 cap I actually like spun. That was like the one I got. So pretty much, I don't know, maybe like the fifth attempt in total, six.
What does it feel like? What does a 720 cab feel like, dude?
You don't know what's really going on. You just
Yeah.
try to spin as hard as
Yeah.
possible.
You're like spinning and going up like a fucking helicopter, dude. It's trippy.
Yeah. Uh, yeah,
It,
it feels pretty fucking cool, especially if you get that just that one
the right
like
pop,
the right pop
the
and
good
then
carve.
just works somehow.
It's like you're making me want to learn five cabs without pedal pressure now, but I don't know if I can change my ways. I'm too set. I'm 32, dude. I can't learn new
It
things.
it is super fun with pedal pressure.
Yeah.
I just wrote like someone's bike with a cassette the other day and had so much fun messing around on it.
Yeah. That's how I learned full cabs was with a
Yeah.
cassette and then engage. And then when
Yeah.
I went to free coaster, I was like, oh, I need to engage. And I figured out how to like time the slack to where it just hits right on time. And
Yeah,
that was
exactly.
that was before everybody was on free coaster. So I felt cool, you know? But yeah, everything's making sense now. Like like the 720 cab, all the shit that you do. I didn't know you were riding since you were 2 years old. That's fucking nuts.
It
Naturally,
is still hard work. I feel like I'm not
of
that
course, yeah.
talented. I don't know.
If what'd you just say?
Uh,
Hold on, I'll make you big screen real quick. What did you just say?
I've, honestly, I feel like I'm not that talented. It's just like hard work, like with a lot of shit. I don't know.
Hard work beats talent all day, but you're fucking talented. You're tripping. All right, let's finish her up. Bump, switch the feet, switch bar, switch footed, switch
I've had
Smith
that one
to
too.
switch 180. All switch.
Yeah,
And then massive nose bonk.
yeah, that was pretty scary
Oh,
actually.
I believe it. One, two, three, four, five. Big ass five block. A little celebration. Bunny hop, steez. So
Yeah,
dope, dude.
and I thought the impact was gonna be like super bad, but it was just like
Which is
the
nice.
landing was like just like slightly downhill, I guess.
Yeah,
So it
it worked out nicely.
wasn't too
Yeah,
bad.
that video is fucking incredible, man. Good
Thank
job.
you. Appreciate it.
What else is next for you? Like you got another how many projects are in the air for you right now? Are you taking a break?
Honestly, yeah, it's like the first time it's like early in the year and I'm not stressing about not putting the video out in like 2 months.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I just like always put way too much pressure on myself just because I don't know. I fucking love filming. I want to progress in my writing. I love the whole artistic way of editing, of like filming the B-roll and then like slowly coming, like seeing it come together.
Yeah, it's magical.
Um, and I feel
And
like it's like the first time.
it's a crazy bond you get with the filmer too. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
a it's magic. Magic happens.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's like the first time in years that I don't feel that pressure right now. I feel like I'm just trying to learn to actually give myself some time
Yeah.
uh for my body. So I don't know.
What does that look like?
My,
Time for your body. What are you doing? Are you doing anything to
I mean, I try to stretch as much as possible, but I just went to see my like the doctor in Cologne. It's like skate doc Simon. He's like a skater and he knows what's up.
Oh, sick.
So I can always just like text him and then come by. And I actually just texted some place that does like personal training earlier, like a couple hours ago.
Nice.
Uh because I just feel like I had like a couple injuries over the years. where I can't really do much about. Like there's like pretty much no cartilage left, just like bone on bone, and it just like hurts every time I'm riding. And
That sucks.
it hasn't really felt like it used to be in a while, like getting on the bike and being like, oh, this actually feels good. Like my body's not hurting. And even if I took off like a couple weeks and try to like chill and do some good for my body, even that didn't really help. So I feel like I have to do some more stuff to build up muscles around those areas about my like around my knee, around my elbow that I got surgery on last year
Yeah.
and that
So
kind of stuff.
elbow, knee,
So,
ankles? Is ankles bone on bone? Or your ankles are
no,
just
but
messed
my
up a little bit?
I had like surgery on my wrist like 2.5 years ago. I did like a big truck for out of line and then just like I don't know. I had like the like an external fixator in my hand for like a month.
External
Uh,
fixator.
yeah,
Just
it's like
something
a
that holds your
like
shit?
the yeah like the metal thing from the outside.
Oh shit.
Because like the bone from here pretty much just like crushed another like right behind it. So that
Nah.
was like all like kind of
Was it from
complicated.
a crash or landing?
No, I actually landed the truck. It was like a I don't know, it's like a 19 or 20 stair truck.
Fuck.
Uh, landed it. It's like it was the last clip I got for with the people out of line video.
Okay, yeah.
And I had that one in my head for so long, and then just came by the day before. I was like, tomorrow's the day I'm gonna do it. Called everyone up, and then just went there, did the truck, like threw my bike away, and I was like, oh shit, I broke my hand.
Fuck,
Um,
dude. And you landed it. That's so
I
fucked.
landed it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've never been that chill going into the hospital actually.
Oh yeah. All
So
right, it's right here. We'll show the people.
yeah.
We'll show the people. That sucks that you land a trick and then get hurt.
I
Like
know
that
it was
sucks
like in
big time.
summer as well. Um,
That's massive. You can see it. Oh,
yeah, it's like the left hand. I feel like my
oh.
my my hand wasn't around my bars like tight enough,
Ay, 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 dude.
and that's just how it happened. So yeah, just gotta make sure my body actually like gets back. We'll never get back to the 100, but
Yeah.
getting
Bike,
close to it.
biking hurts, and as you get older, you have to start doing some shit.
Yeah,
Yoga, strength training, like
yeah,
all
exactly. And I feel like
the more you get high up in the game, the more you got to take care of treat your shit like a professional athlete.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I just want to be riding as long as possible and just feel good on my bike.
Yeah.
And so yeah, just finally did that step after years of saying, "Oh yeah, this winter I'm gonna go to the gym."
Yeah.
Uh,
Good for you, man.
so
Who do
yeah, it's
you
just
talk
pretty
to
much
any
just
other
street video right
pros?
now.
You talk to any other pros about like what kind of weightlifting or yoga or whatever the fuck to do? Like who do you talk to about that shit?
Good question. Not too many, I guess. I feel
Yeah.
like you've definitely like I've been seeing like all of them doing more like riding with Brock in summer. I
Yeah,
was
he's
like,
big into it,
holy
huh?
shit, like how much energy can a person have? Like
Yeah.
I want this too. Like I want to get stronger.
Yeah.
Just like riding, like I would be done filming, just done, just couldn't get back on my bike and he was like still riding.
Yeah. It's that
I was
cross
like,
training.
yeah. I
Yeah.
was like, oh yeah, I want to get there. I just want to be able to ride more. Um yeah, and I think that's like the last step to actually like get there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I haven't been really talking to anyone about it. Just about like to my doctor, a couple of friends. My friend Aaron, he like signed up to the gym as well because he had like he had two torn ACLs like in a
Oof.
row.
Yeah.
So he's just like trying to get like the strength back. So maybe like when I'm home, we can actually go to the gym together.
Have you ever torn an ACL?
MCL when I was like
Um,
13.
that's rough, man. Do you know
Uh,
who Nick Bonnell is
yeah,
from here? And I think he's had two on both knees. He tore his ACL on both knees twice. And
no
then
way.
yeah, and
Oh
he's
my God.
still riding, and then it just happened again like 2 or 3 weeks ago. He was on an animal trip, and then just on a regular, bail off of a rail, he landed on his knee wrong, and you can see the footage, and his knee just goes the wrong
Oh
way,
my God. Yeah, like
and
the
he's just out. Yeah, so he's out now again for a while,
Oh,
and
that
it's just
sucks.
the dude has been riding for so long and beats it every time, comes back, and then
Yeah.
shit just happens.
And
It's got to be
and it
so fucking
takes a while
frustrating.
as well. It's like
Yeah,
at least half a year off the bike.
yeah, which is
So fucked.
like heartbreaking, especially because Nick,
Yeah.
his whole life is biking. Like he loves it more than anybody else. It's pretty
Yeah.
wild. So shout out Nick if you're listening. I doubt it, but whatever. It still baffles me that people listen to this shit, but it's cool. Um,
I've been enjoying all these.
I love it. Thanks for doing it. What's your favorite one that you've listened to?
Obviously, I mean, Kranz was pretty good.
Yeah,
I just I don't know, like hearing my friends, even though I feel like I know most of it.
right. Yeah.
Uh, I feel like I'm bad at picking stuff like from the top of my head. I would have to look it up, like which one I would
Well,
like the most.
I've done 55 of them. You're 56.
Already.
Yeah. It's like been off and on for 3 or 4 years. I started it just for fun, and I did 12 or 15 weeks in a row. And then I chilled
Damn.
for a year, and then I brought it back for a little bit, brought it back again, and then Dig came in, and I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
let's go.
Devon's was actually super good.
Yeah, I
Uh,
love Devin,
yeah, I
dude.
like the stuff he talked about.
Yeah.
So
Devin and
yeah,
we got to know each other. Like, I've known of him forever, like when he was young, filming with Kyle Carlson on Vital and shit, but never really like hung out or talked. But then it was like 4 years ago we started playing Fortnite together, dude. Like just on the headset, shredding video games. And I was like, Devin, what's up? And then we became buddies because he's fucking good at that shit,
that's
dude.
sick.
He's really good at video
Oh
games.
really?
Wild, yeah. He could compete in Fortnite. It's pretty rad.
Oh damn.
And then
Can you actually compete in that kind of stuff?
oh yeah, but I mean the competition level is so high. It's kind of like I don't know if you entered me personally into the X Games. It's just like I would get shit on. Like I couldn't keep up at all, and that's kind of the variance of like what
Okay.
the video game world is like. Like
Yeah.
kids, there's a dude. What's his name? Starts with a B, but he's the best Fortnite player in the world, and I watched behind the scenes, and he plays 10 hours a day every day, and he's young, so he like his brain elasticity is there. So like, and just in Fortnite, you're building shit, and it's so complex, and he's like inventing new moves and shit, and really high
Oh
level. Like
shit.
it
Okay.
looks impossible. So and they make good
I,
money. Like pro video gamers
oh
make.
yeah, I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where all the big companies are
It's
pretty much.
wild, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it's because it's accessible. Everybody, you don't have to learn how to bunny hop to get into it.
Yeah.
You know, the
Just
barrier to entry to
easy to
BMX
get
is
into.
harder than video games for sure.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, get your parents to buy a BMX bike. Like even that's like they start at like 500
Yeah,
euros bucks, whatever.
exactly. And
And
for that, you
then
can
it's
get an
like who's
Xbox.
and
You know?
yeah, and I don't know. They never know if the kid is actually going to be into it, or
Yeah,
they'll be like, oh yeah, this sucks after like 2 days.
for real. And I don't know. I'm trying to picture like me having a kid and they want to become a pro video gamer. I'd be like supportive, but also like you got to go to the gym
Yeah,
or get some
yeah.
exercise or
Get
some
get
shit.
get out of get out of the house.
Yeah. Have you ever been on a trip with Justin Spreet?
Never been on a trip with him. No, just always see him at like contests when I'm in
Yeah.
Cali.
He also
Uh,
plays
uh,
Fortnite with us, and he is not
yeah,
good, but he's fucking hilarious, dude. He's always screaming.
he, he is.
He's so funny, dude. One of my favorite humans. Who's out of all that makes me wonder, like out of all the people that you've hung out with, been on trips with, who's the most fun person that you've been around in BMX?
Um, the one I enjoy traveling and being around with is 100% Jordan.
He's so fucking nice, dude.
He
Love Jordan.
is
Yeah.
just feel so comfortable around him.
How's
And
your guys' relationship? Do you guys talk shit to each other?
yeah, yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Like
Fuck yeah. That's the only way to be.
yes, I mean, well, we talk about anything. Like, and then if someone like, I feel like we know if someone's not like doing right, we'll just be like,
You good?
just
Yeah.
like, yeah, you good, like right away. Like
Yeah.
we can tell when something's off.
That's awesome.
I feel like yeah, we just like clicked from the start, and
I
It's
think he
been
told me, but how'd you guys first meet? It was on a trip, right?
yeah, on a trip in France actually. Like 7 years ago,
Nice.
I think. Yeah, France, and then I think the next one was just like right after was like Barcelona, like
Sick.
the classic.
Yep.
Uh,
I love
uh,
that.
yeah, and we've been pretty much traveling all year together. It was like weird if we didn't see each other for like a month or 1.5, like
Yeah, I
past
miss you,
2 years.
bro.
Yeah, like oh, a long time no see.
Shit.
Like, but yeah, yeah. Jordan is my favorite person to be around within, like to be around in BMX probably.
I was so hyped to talk to him, dude. I'm such a big fan of both your guys' writing, but after talking to you both, I'm like, you're even better humans than you are at writing. You're fucking awesome.
Jordan is the best, and he has no idea how fucking good he is.
Yeah.
Like,
Neither do you. You just
he,
said I have no talent.
but I don't know. It's like I feel like he's on a different different level with that kind of stuff. He'll film something that's never been done before, and then it's like, this is shit. Like, I suck. I don't know.
Yeah. Humble.
Yeah,
That's how great artists are. Is like everything you put out, you're like, it's not that good. I could do better, and then you keep progressing and doing better. Like when you watch your old parts, do you look at them and be like,
yeah,
yeah, that's trash. I could do better. You know?
yeah,
Yeah. That's
yeah.
that's what Monster Freak's gonna be, dude. Oh, I'm so excited.
I'm super excited. I can't wait for Rich to finally send the timeline over. I'm super excited to hear the songs as well. And,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be
Um,
good, I think.
what's your plans for this year? Anything exciting besides Monster Freak coming out? Is it gonna drop this year?
It's gonna be dropping this year, like summer probably.
Cool. We'll see. No
We'll see.
promises. No
We'll see.
promises. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Other than that, I don't know. I haven't planned too much. I'm going back to Barcelona next week.
No shit. Right back
My
to it, huh?
family, yeah, my family's actually coming out for a couple of days. My
Cool.
girlfriend's coming out for like a week. Now I'm staying another week with a bunch of friends, just riding.
Dope. That's
Um,
perfect.
yeah, and then home for a little bit, trying to go to 2 hardcore shows in between, and then Porto, for a little bit with Nina again.
What's Porto? Portugal?
Portugal, yeah,
Yeah.
just like, yeah.
I'm learning the European slang. I'm gonna go to Porto for a little bit, you know.
It is actually a city that is
Porto?
called Porto. Yeah, Porto.
Somebody, I remember maybe like 10 episodes ago, somebody left a comment, Bobby, you really should look at a map. And it's been in the back of my head. I'm like asking where stuff is. And I'm like, I should look at a map, dude. Whatever. I'm learning, man. What else do I want to know?
Yeah.
We always got to do the Mount Rushmore.
Mhm.
Who's yours? Do you know how many people are in a Mount Rushmore? Have you seen the clips? Did you see the one that you were in
4?
today? Yeah, there's four.
Yeah, I
Four
said
heads.
earlier. Yeah, yeah.
I talked him into keeping you on it. I wonder what he was gonna
I know. I was like,
say.
I didn't feel like he wanted me to be in there.
I wonder if he was gonna say because he was wearing a help hat, so he might have
If
picked
he was gonna
Nathan
say
Williams.
Nathan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is fair, you know. But
Oh, definitely.
I got you on there, dude. I got your back, Felix. And it's so funny how people care a lot. They're like in the comments, like, wrong. Van Homan needs to be in there. It's like, dude, it's
I
personal. It's
know.
personal
Yeah.
preference. There's so many dope writers. It's
Yeah,
impossible to pick
everyone's into
four.
like a different kind of writing as well.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
so
what's
yeah.
yours?
Like it's like all time or
Yeah,
just like current that
we could. There's like different ones. There's one at nobody's answered this one yet, but Mount Rushmore of writers that are good but you hate watching. We did that drunk at the bar once. That was really fun.
yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah, I know. But you have one. You know it.
Yeah.
All right, let's just do current,
Okay.
current.
Current.
Yeah.
First of all, Dak. I've got so much respect for Dak. The work he's been putting in for so long. Every single video pod is like something fresh. He always has like the sickest idea for the spot.
Yeah.
Um, like such a powerful ride as well.
Yeah.
Um, Sick dude.
Very sick dude. So nice,
Um,
so humble, but so hardworking.
yeah.
He's fucking awesome.
So yeah, I got a lot of respect for Dak. So Dak is definitely up there. Like that's his video parts are one of the most watched ones for
Oh
sure.
fuck! Why isn't he in Freak? Because it's a Europe thing.
No, he's not a monster anymore.
Oh yeah, he left
Yeah,
Monster. Okay,
yeah.
gone.
Um, and then I would just like keep it current, I guess. Like Brock, I think
Yep, he deserves it.
all his video parts are so good. Really like Brock as a human as well.
Yep,
Um, I think his last video part is like my most watched video of last year, honestly.
nice, sick.
Um, I feel like Vegan,
Yeah,
he's like one of my favorite writers as well.
he's super influential. Style
Yeah,
too, like clothing wise, everybody started dressing
ev-
like Brandon Vegan did.
yeah, pretty
Yeah,
much.
yeah,
Yeah, like super creative writer as well. Has like his whole own style and
yeah.
always like the shit he's been doing. Um,
Last one
last one, fucked. I mean, there's so many people out there that do cool shit.
for real.
They're so good and big Jordan fanboy.
Hell yeah, Jordan Godwin.
there's there's honestly no person out there that rides a handrail better than Jordan.
For real, he can do everything.
So I wish I would have like just like this like the tiniest bit of that ton of riding rails that he
Yeah.
has.
Why do you think
So
it is? Is it because his local spots were all just down rails? Like, why is he so comfortable
yeah, I guess just like the
on
stuff he
rails?
grew up with, and then he just like rides that flat bar at the ramp road all the time.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I don't know. I guess it's just like how you grow up with, like what you actually like, what you're riding, and I feel like I've just been like grew up riding ramps a lot, so a lot of jumping, whatever, going fakie,
yep,
pretty trails, just like been completely like influenced differently.
for real.
Yeah,
I- That's good. Your writing is really, really balanced. It's cool. And the tricks, like it doesn't feel like there's too much of one trick in a video. You do a good job of like creating something that's like I don't know, balanced is the right word for
yeah.
it, you know?
Thank you.
Yeah.
I struggle with that sometimes, so especially with like rail stuff, grind stuff. I feel like I'm not that comfortable with like, especially rails. I hate riding rails.
They're
I
scary
just
as
have
fuck, dude.
they're so scary to ride, and I always have to force myself. Like, okay, I
Yeah.
need a rail clip.
You ever sacked it? At this point, you have to have sacked the rail, right?
Yeah, maybe like once,
Yeah.
honestly, but I've never like crashed super bad on a rail either. I don't know like
Nice. Good. Keep it
where
that way.
that's from. Yeah.
I compound fractured my tailbone on a flat rail,
Oh my
missing
God.
my peg on an ice pick, and I just sat on it. And then I spent the night in the hospital. And dude, so I'm in the hospital room, and all right. So first, I do the shit, and then the photographer's like, "Get up, pussy, you're fine." And I'm like, "I don't think I'm fine." I started to try and drive, and I was like, "I can't drive." So he drove me home. I'm sitting in the passenger seat with my ass up, like in the air, like I
Yeah.
just can't. Too much pain. I walk in. I like hobble past my dad. He's like, "What'd you do?" And I was like, "Oh, nothing. It's fine." And then I go look in the bathroom, and there's blood going all the way down my leg. And I was like, "Dad, my ass is bleeding." And he's like, "It's probably just hemorrhoids. Plug it up." So then I'm laying there, and I was like, "This can't be hemorrhoids. Take me to the doctor." And then the doctor has me like just spreads open my ass. He's like, "Damn, you tore yourself a new one." He like calls in a girl nurse from the hallway. "You got to take a look at this and look at and he's like, "You compound fractured your tailbone. We got to do surgery overnight." So I had surgery. And this is like right when I got sponsored by GT. I was 18 years old and fucking
That was like the
never looked at
first thing
rails
to
the same,
happen.
dude. Yeah. I was like,
Yeah,
I'm
I can
cool on
imagine.
rails. Yeah.
The tailbone is the worst. I
Yeah.
mean, I've never had it that bad, but I feel like I have fractured it before,
It's the worst. It's
and
because
it is
you
the
use it for
worst pain for so
everything,
long
dude.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sitting, standing, walking, it's involved in everything. We take for granted everything, like even just little shit like I don't know, your thumb or a toe is like, holy shit, I didn't realize I used my toe this much, you know?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
wild.
totally.
What else is there? What's the other questions? What are they? Oh, let's go to Instagram.
Yeah. they should be probably
Yeah.
good ones. See.
How big? Okay, I actually hit up Grant to see if he's got some questions for you. So Grant Castelluzzo, this is the Grant
Sick.
Castelluzzo section. Uh, Grant says, being a top pro, most dudes wouldn't be trying to film as much as you do. What's the motivation? And we talked about fracture in general, but
Yeah.
what's your motivation?
Wait, like
Yeah,
me
to keep,
filming
yeah.
other
No,
people?
you just
No,
filming,
just like me filming.
yeah, just you filming in general. Yeah, what is the motivation?
I think just like seeing the end product, actually feeling like you've kind of achieved something, you have something that you like put hard work into. And then if I'm like filming with like Anton or David, I'm like super hands-on, or I've edited my own videos before.
Yeah.
I feel like I just love that whole process of slowly getting a clip, like a couple clips, coming home, putting them in a timeline, filming some B-roll, and just like making everything work together. Um, Knowing that you want to do a certain trick on a certain spot, and
Yeah.
just like imagine it, how it's gonna look like on the computer after, and
Yeah.
just like the whole process. I just love it. Either filming other people or even just like going out and filming with someone like my own writing.
Right. Yeah.
Um, so
That's a
yeah,
good
just like
answer.
the whole process.
Yeah, me too, man. Especially when I was like in the thick of it. I was
Yeah,
obsessed with it. Like come home, capture the tapes immediately, put it in the timeline, and then start
that's the
messing around
best.
with a song and maybe feeling like, yeah, there's
That
some. How do you edit when you do? Do you like do you lay everything out in a timeline and then drop a song in, or you drop the song first and then put the tricks where they belong?
I usually can't wait to have all the clips and then pick a song or whatever.
Yeah.
So, for example, with the Fracture Blue video,
Mm-hmm.
um, before everyone else came, I got a couple of clips with like Santosh and Kevin who were already there. I filmed some B-roll on the days I was just like out with my girlfriend. Um, so I had a little bit of footage laying around, and then I had that song in mind for a while that I actually wanted to use. That's where that blue thing comes from, like the blue, blue, blue.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Yeah.
and then I actually cut the song because like the lyrics were kind of weird. Um, so I didn't like the rest of the song. So I had like a vision for the whole video. And
Sick.
then every time we would come home from a day of writing, I would sit down right away and put the clips in. And I have like a Spotify like a playlist, like a folder for videos, like songs I want to use.
Nice.
And I just like went through it. I had like one like the like title fight of just listening about title fight, and I was like, I want to use the song. Actually, Grant told me the other day that he used that song when I was about 12 for my Pumpkins video. Um, so yeah, and then just like every time we came home from riding, I just sat down and put every clip in the timeline. And what I weirdly do is that I actually use the clips, the like how we filmed them, like
In order?
yeah, in order, yeah.
Nice. Yeah. That's interesting. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I don't know why, but I feel like that feels more natural, and then obviously towards the end, I try to like kind of like get a bit more attention for the
Yeah,
banger. But
for
yeah.
real. That's dope. I remember like one of my favorite feelings in the world is like after I pick the song and then there's like a certain drop or like the most important part of the song where it like hits, like timing that to land
Mhm.
for the best trick or whatever. And the in the middle of it, everything can be kind of moved around. But what I cared most about was like the first clip has to be a banger, the last clip has to be a banger. Sometimes the first clips are more important than the last clip.
Yeah, so the
And
people actually keep watching
yeah.
and
And then in the
actually
middle, if
get
there's
to
a
it. Yeah.
song change or some
Yeah.
drop that like I love a dynamic song where it's like not just the same
Mhm.
thing throughout and something drops and then, the vibe
Yeah.
vibe
Yeah, I
hits
love that
different.
as well.
That's
And I love like adding like intros, outros, just like middle sequences, just like kind
Yeah,
of that stuff,
fun,
just
man.
like around the routing.
What do you think
Yeah.
is your favorite full length BMX video as far as like editing and filming goes?
Holy shit. Hmm. That's hard. I'm a big Tony Ennis fan.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, who's not, right? Like,
And search deadline.
yeah, Deadline, like all the fiending videos, like the
Yeah.
fiending, still fiending.
Yep. He has this
Those,
very unique
those are pretty
style.
much full length videos, right? Like,
Yeah.
just like that kind of style. Those are just, I mean, already
I think
legendary.
they're gonna drop one in a couple months.
Yeah, I've heard about that as well. Just waiting
Woo-wee.
for it. Yeah, and wait.
That's just rumors. I don't know anything confirmed. Sorry, Tony. Tony's not fucking listening anyway. All right.
Yeah, I don't think I can actually be like, this is like my favorite full length video.
Fuck it. Um, Ask him about not drinking anymore. Grant says. How long have you been not drinking? Are you not drinking?
3 years this month.
Wow, good for
Uh,
you.
yeah,
That's
that was,
commitment.
yeah, definitely. But I don't know, I feel like that was something I want to like where I want to be. Like I knew that for a while. I was kind of like just like struggling with giving up drinking. I mean, it's like BMX, you know how it works.
It's
Like
part of the game.
yeah, you know, like you think it's part of the game, even though I've I don't know, it started like kind of late. Uh, and then I had a couple of years was where everything was a bit too much. I just
Yeah.
got like
It's pretty easy to get there.
blackout drunk and
Yeah.
um like pretty constantly. And I had like a couple of mental uh issues that just got worse over the time. And
Like
so I
what?
was like trying to like panic attacks, and it was just like anxiety, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Especially like drinking, not knowing what really went on the night before, and then worrying about it for like weeks, like
Yeah.
just having like that fear the whole time, like what did I do wrong, and like I
Yeah,
couldn't
dude, that is the
remember what I
worst.
actually did, and like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And uh,
I remember checking
so,
my Instagram story the next day after a night of drinking and being like, no, fuck.
yeah, delete, delete,
Yeah,
delete.
delete.
Um, yeah, yeah, I guess yeah, I went a bit deeper, I guess, um, where to a point I used to like have like crazy dreams as a kid and be like sleepwalking and everything.
Shit.
Um, and that kind of came back with drinking. When I was like pretty drunk, I just like knew that I had like some sort of like panic attack while dreaming.
Shit.
And I would just like start wandering around the house, just like being super anxious, didn't know what was going on. Then I would just like slowly get back to myself and realize what is going on.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
wild.
kind of had that happening, like being far away from home, like being in China, and then waking up, like getting like incautious again and having my mom on my phone. And I was like, fuck, I can't do this to myself. I can't do this to the people around me. Like people actually like worried about me.
Yeah.
Like I have to like slow down. And at that point I got more into like the whole like straight edge side of hardcore and everything, which
Sick.
like helped me just like get out of that. And like just like started drinking less and less.
Nice.
Um and then I was at a point where even like 2 beers would like freak me out, like what did I
Shit.
do, like because I kind of losing the control.
Yeah.
uh yeah, and then at some point I was finally at that point where I was like, okay, fuck this, I'm so over it. I want to get better. I want to get better mentally. I want to get better physically.
Yep.
um so yeah, just
Good for you.
actually, yeah, I was like, okay,
And you're
never
right.
drinking again.
You said earlier, like if you do something, you go all in. So if you're not drinking, you're not drinking, you know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I
Good for
feel
you.
like, yeah, I feel like it's got to be that way. And it was one of the best decisions ever, honestly,
It's easy to
going that
like
route.
have it be a slippery slope of just, I'll have one beer, like, and then all of a sudden 2 weeks later, you're having 6 beers every night type shit.
Yeah, exactly. Especially on
So to let
trips,
it slip. Yeah.
like being super young, being on those trips, um, that's like what you think BMX is, like traveling, partying,
Yeah.
and like doing stupid shit with your friends. Um, and then you still got to film a video. Like
Yeah.
companies
The
actually
most
paying you
important
to
part.
go
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
and you're just a drunk piece of shit,
Yeah.
like hung over the next day,
Yeah.
not being able like to do what you're actually there for,
Right.
like what you're getting paid for, why you're actually doing all this.
Yeah. Dude, you know who was really good at partying and then still getting clips is Kyle Hart and LaShawn. Those two
I can't imagine. Yeah.
Those two would fucking party, and then the next day, like business as usual. It was as if they were sober the next day. But me, I'm like, I would drink a bottle of wine at night, editing the footage from the day, and then I'd wake up and I'd be too hungover to want to film. And then these guys are doing bangers on their bikes, and I'm just like, you guys are fucking incredible. Like I couldn't bunny hop my bike hungover right now. That's good. Good for
Yeah.
you for 3 years. 3 years
Yeah.
straight edge.
Yeah. I'm hyped.
How big of a pain in this is from Grant again? How big of a pain in the ass was it to five cab the Korean friendship bell wall or bell? Yeah,
Yeah, the bell tower thing.
yeah.
We went there like 7 times over 2 trips.
Wow, that's a pain in the ass.
Like the year before when I was there filming for the Eclat World of Uncertainty video,
Yeah,
we went there like 2 times, probably 3 times. And
with
it
the five
was
cab in mind.
with the 5 cab in mind. Yeah, like
Okay.
Dylan like half cab whipped it, and I've been wanting to film like a 5 cab over something with like a little drop to
Yeah,
it. And that was like perfect. The spot looks super good as well. It's like
yeah.
a
It's a damn
you
good
look down
clip.
on the ocean,
Yeah,
and but it's like always so windy up there. So we just kept going there, standing there, and I'm like, nope, it's not gonna work.
nope.
Yeah, like you won't be able to like ride a straight line with that wind. So that was happening pretty much like 6 times, and the seventh time we went there, like, and I feel like when you're like down in Long Beach, you can never tell like how windy it's gonna be up there.
Yeah,
Uh, and then yeah, seventh time I think went up there in the morning. It was slowly getting windier, and then just like started like doing it like right away pretty much,
hell
and
yeah.
yeah, worked quite fast. I'm pretty happy on that clip.
That's a damn good clip, dude. I
Yeah,
love
and
it.
felt good finally getting the clip after like pretty much 1.5, 2 years, like of just like going back there, and
Yeah.
uh, yeah, and
Holy
then
shit.
drove all the way across like LA to Pasadena for that last clip. Oh shit, that's a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the last clip is 180, right? No,
Yeah,
what'd you?
yeah, the 180 over
Yeah,
that rail.
yeah.
I did like just like a straight hop like years ago.
Yeah, I saw that clip today when I was watching
Yeah,
your
in
old
that
shit.
Pathfinder video,
Yeah.
and I haven't been there since, so I couldn't really remember how the spot was. I knew
Yeah.
there was like some skater who he did something over it. I can't remember what it was. I think like his name's Sean Dilo. Um, so I like watched that video a bunch of times, just like trying to figure out again like how big that spot is, and then
Yeah.
like fuck it, let's go there. And Crand is like always down to like drive
Yeah.
an hour and a half or two just to get one single clip.
Yeah.
Um, I love that about filming them being out there, and
He
uh,
loves it, dude. You can tell.
yeah,
Even just talking to him, you're like, you fucking love this shit, dude. I love it.
yeah.
Um, we got a lot of Instagram questions. Let's bang them out.
Okay.
The real Yeah Bob from Florida says, fave trick or tricks to do and something you learned or been wanting to learn. Well, we covered the fact that you learned something, but it's a secret, so we gotta wait. But what is your favorite trick to do?
Favorite trick to do is honestly everything fakey. Probably full caps, just like a
Nice.
tucked full cap.
Yeah, I like that.
And 540s. Yeah,
I'm with you.
turn downs. Turn downs are pretty fun as well.
I never could do it. I bet it feels good. Me,
Yeah.
I do a bow-legged bar turn. That's my turn down. All
I was
right.
actually someone was asking me the other day, like they were trying to learn them as well. It's like it's all in the feet kind of. It's like pushing the bike like forward, and I don't know.
Interesting. I never thought about it being on the feet. But the same thing for me with tables. Like I'll do the bike move, but my knees are just
Mhm.
out, bow
Oh
legged.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you gotta tuck and fold
Yeah,
them
that's
over.
that's in the foot as well. Like you gotta like
Yeah, it's
I
interesting.
don't know.
Brett, I just gotta study Brett Silva's videos.
Oh
Anyway,
yeah. Yeah.
all right. Johan Marais. Favorite video part that wasn't by him or featuring him? Hmm. So your favorite video part of somebody else?
Mm-mm-mm. Let me see my YouTube
Probably Brock.
history. Probably Proc. Yeah, that's honestly like over the last year, that was my favorite video part that came out. Um, yeah, I
Boom.
would say so. Yeah.
Answered. All right, Fachi Marin. Fachi, sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Help me. He says punk, hardcore music, message, and aesthetics influenced his writing and overall lifestyle? Question mark. I'm gonna go ahead and answer that for you, dude. Yes.
Yeah,
Francis Castro says least favorite tattoo.
yeah. Least favorite tattoo. Probably I got like a piece of pizza on my leg that I did with my friend Aaron. It says like homies.
Fuck yeah.
It's like a couple of years old. I think I'm just gonna get a plaster over it.
Yeah.
Like
That's the cool thing about tattoos. You can get them blasted over.
yeah, exactly.
I can answer this one for you. Rusty Palm says, "Why are you so good at biking?" Well, because he's been doing it since he was 2, and he's obsessed with learning new shit. And
Pretty
that's
much, I
that's it.
guess.
And he hangs out with Jordan Godwin. All right. Glock 17 says frame size currently.
21 top tube.
What about the chainstay?
Shane's Day, we went a bit longer again.
Nice.
We're
So it's not a scooter.
I think we're about like around 13 to 13.4.
Cool.
So
I
yeah,
like that.
went a bit longer again. I feel like I just wanted my bike a little bit more stable since my front end is like super short and
Steep,
yeah.
right? Yeah. I want to try your bike, dude. That sounds fun. Like bunny. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe I could
we
do a
should.
720 cab. You know what I'm saying? It's not in the body. It's in the bike. If you
Yeah,
get the same
it's in the
bike,
bike.
then
That's the
yeah.
secret. Just the geometry.
If only, dude. All right, Jeffrey Lapointe. Are you in the gym at all and taking healthy eating seriously? You're the man, Felix. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. I mean, not in the gym yet.
Oh, you're
Hopefully
gonna. You
soon.
you just texted a personal trainer today.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly. Trying to eat
follow.
as healthy as possible, like all vegan.
That's smart.
Yeah,
Follow his lead. You're vegan? Is that what you said?
yeah, yeah.
Vegan, straight edge, hardcore.
Vegan straight edge hardcore.
Sick. Why are you vegan?
um, Animal cruelty.
Is it
That's like
because of
how
your
it all.
girlfriend?
No,
I'm
no,
just
no.
kidding.
She
I
went
went I went
crazy for
vegetarian when I
me.
first
Like
learned about factory farming. I was like, fuck that. That's so fucked. Like,
it is fucked. Like
yeah.
I feel like you just like grow up with like your eyes closed, like you don't know any of it.
Yep.
And as soon as you start looking into it, like holy fuck.
Yeah.
And I just didn't want to be a part of that society that supports it, I guess. Just like I don't know. I wouldn't be able to kill any sort of animal
Yeah.
myself. So why would I pay someone to do that for me?
Have you but like then everything that's a vegetable, they're clearing out tons of wildlife to like they're killing a bunch of shit that lives on the ground and clearing out fields. So it's like there's no harm-free way to eat anything. Like
Yeah, I guess.
animals
But
are gonna
that's like
die.
still like the best
It's a lesser
option,
of
like
two
if you look
evils.
into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Unless you're like
definitely.
if you had your own farm with your own cows that you
Yeah.
raised well and chickens and shit, that's the most ideal thing. But yeah, there's no animals got to die. You know, we gotta eat. All right, Sam.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm not too sure about that.
Sam Jong Un says tips to progress faster. Do you have any
Have
tips to
fun.
progress faster? That's a good answer. Have fun.
Yeah, have fun while you're doing it. None of it just comes naturally, I guess.
Bobby says favorite frame you had growing up riding?
Um, I guess like the one that stands out for me is when I was 10, I spent all my like my the money I got for my birthdays, whatever, on a custom made aluminum frame. for
Sick.
my 18-inch bike.
Nice.
From like yeah, he's like a legendary mountain bike frame welder,
Cool.
and he made me a custom aluminum frame because we're
That's
trying to
right.
like make my bike as light as possible. So I was just like tiny, had no
Yeah.
energy. So um yeah,
Custom, dude. I love that.
custom aluminum
Sick.
frame. It was like super low as well, just
Sick.
like what everyone wrote back then, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't have my seat zip tied on my frame, but it was pretty low.
Fuck, that was a trend, huh?
Yeah,
This unbelievably slammed seat. Who
yeah.
rode like that? Who had that frame? Who's probably the most famous dude with like the lowest ass frame? Is it Max? No.
Um, I
There's
there's
one
a
dude in particular that I'm trying to think of, but I can't remember. But he did a
there's
bunch
always
of whips.
one there's always one German dude coming up to my mind. Like he was pretty influential in my riding as well back then, and
I-
he had like the best like three to fakies, best inverts and whatever.
yeah. It sounds like the same
So
person. Um,
Perry Petermüller.
what's his name?
Perry Petermüller. He was on Nike as well.
Perry Piddlemama.
Almost, yeah.
Did you ever watch Tobias
Yeah,
Vicky?
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a fucking legend.
Yes.
You ever meet him?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Jealous. He's one of the ones when I like he was a legend when I just started like 17 years ago, which is crazy to think about. But
Yeah, he was doing some like even like street stuff. Like
yeah,
he was grinding like the biggest handrails, doing tail whips out of them and whatever, like super early.
he was sick.
Yeah.
All right, my boy Archie Kenward is he edits for me. Have you ever met him, Archie?
And I think I've never met him, but I know he is, and I know what he does, and I like
Yeah, he's sick.
what he does.
Love that guy. I don't know if yeah, it doesn't matter. He just told me that he was in Taiwan and he rode some like gold statue thing, and
Okay.
the Taiwanese news picked it up and filmed the black tire marks, and then the police were apparently looking for him while he was in Taiwan and his whole
No
crew.
way.
And I was really nervous for him, and I was like, "Did you make it to the airport? Are you like, did you get out?" And he's like, "I got out." And I'm like, "Holy shit, dude, it's
Oh
so
my
crazy."
God.
Sorry if that
That
gets
is
you in
crazy.
trouble, bro. I did. He says, "What is Mount Rushmore?" Which is funny to ask, actually. Do you know what Mount Rushmore is?
I know what it is. I couldn't
Okay.
really explain it from the top of my head now. I know what it is. I know the faces and everything.
Okay.
And
I don't even think I can name who's on it in
it's like
actuality. George Washington.
Lincoln. Yeah, Abraham Lincoln, I think.
Yeah. I,
Uh,
I should probably know
yeah.
who's actually on Mount Rushmore, but I don't. Stefan Atencio says fave
The
moment in your
man.
BMX career at the moment. Yeah, what's Stefan like? I see him. He looks fun.
He's he's the nicest human being you'll ever meet.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, he's so
Cool.
cool. We've been hanging out a little bit. When we were like, well, he was showing us around Barcelona like
Yeah.
last week. I'm gonna stay with him for 2 nights next week. I got
Sick.
my bike and my bike bag and everything at his house right now.
Nice.
Um,
What was the? He did a three or a truck off the big ass thing at the
he
ledge.
trucked it.
That's
Yeah,
so
like the big, they
fucked.
all call
Yeah.
it the big spliff.
Yeah. The
Uh,
big spliff. Dude, that's so
yeah,
nuts.
he trucked off it. Yeah,
And
he's the nicest human being ever. He's super cool. Got so
he's a
much respect for him as
savage.
well.
The Manny whip in particular from his last part on a rail was so sick. I think he just
Yeah,
posted it on Instagram. But
yeah.
anyways,
On that L rail,
yeah, yeah.
we just went there the other day. And I was like, holy shit, this is actually insane. Like it's like correct as well. It's like super wobbly in the front.
That's pretty amazing,
Uh,
dude.
yeah, he's been putting in work and yeah, no, he's cool.
He says favorite moment in your BMX career.
Um, first of all, getting like getting paid for riding, like being like,
Yeah,
yo, you wanna like do this?
yeah. I'd say
Uh,
that's a pretty good moment.
like realizing that is actually a thing. I feel like for some freaking like super cool metal pack riders, I'm sorry, so that might sound like a little cheesy and everything,
Nah, fuck
and
that.
not core enough. Um, but yeah, That's like one of the moments for sure. And then like the Nora Cups for
Yeah.
sure. That's like
Yeah.
especially the first one.
I was hyped
The
to see you
first
win
one,
that.
and then
That
I
was
mean
cool.
all of them was like it's insane. It's like overwhelming.
I believe it.
Um, Especially knowing like that the scene voted for it. Like
Yeah.
the, the biggest names that I've always looked up to my
Yeah.
whole life.
It's got to feel good. That's
Um,
got to feel
yeah,
good.
it's always like still pretty insane looking at them.
Yeah. You got him. All right. Mr. Fab says biggest musical influence and how did you start listening to them? That's an interesting question. With your
Mm.
ears.
Yeah, surprise. Uh, I don't know. I feel like hardcore I kind of got off track for a couple of years, kind of just listened to what other people thought was cool, and I thought I had to do that as well.
Yeah. Got to fit in.
uh, yeah, exactly. My older cousin, he was into hardcore when I was about like 8, 9, 10, that age. When I don't know, he was wearing band merch. It was like then he had something that was someone had an X on his hand. I was like, oh, what is this?
Straight
It's like
edge.
just like kind of getting like interested in all that. And I had like those like old like MP3 players with the USB that you would just like put into your computer, and then you
Yeah.
would put like all this music on there.
Sick. What does that X
So
on the hand mean? Is that for from going to a show or does that mean straight edge?
it's like from people that were underage when you go into a
Yeah,
club.
okay. That's what I was
So
thinking.
they would
Yeah.
just get the X, and then they just started doing it because they don't drink.
Nice.
So
Yeah. So it's the same thing. It's both. It's
yeah,
being underage, but also just to represent that you don't drink. Okay, sick.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, so he just like put all his music on my iPod, whatever, back then. So I was listening to that kind of stuff pretty early. I didn't really know what that all was called and what that world looks like. And I
Yeah.
kind of got off track until I was like 16, 17 probably.
Okay.
And then like fully back into it, especially the last couple of years, and just kind of just like I don't know, uh, pushed me in so many positive ways.
Sick. I love that. It's interesting to me because I feel like your favorite genre, the hardcore punk, like emo, is making such a huge comeback right now. Like it felt like
It
it
is.
died in 2009 and then now it's
Yeah, I
back.
mean it. Yeah, it was
Like all the
always.
rappers are doing it now too. It's weird.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is weird. It was always there, but I feel like especially now after COVID, everyone
Yeah.
is so hyped to go to shows. People are
Yeah.
hyped to play music. Everyone just like wrote music. So it's like so
Yeah.
cool seeing like all that like thrive and
God, I'm
uh,
glad COVID's over, dude. That
yeah,
lockdown shit was no fun.
definitely not. Nope.
Mr. Fab has another question. What drew you to shoot analog photography? Do you know this guy, Mr. Fab?
Mr. Fab. I don't
Mr.
know.
Fab. Whatever. What drew you to shoot analog photography? What is analog photography? Just film?
Yeah, just film.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Because it looks cool. That's why.
it looks cool. I don't know. I guess I got like an old camera with my dad and um my first girlfriend.
She was
She
into
had she was into it. She had one and I kind of like ripped it off her.
it.
She gave it to me at the end, like
Yeah.
a little point and shoot. That's where it all started.
That's
And
sick.
then bought like a little Olympus point and shoot, and that's still been going for like 7 or 8 years now.
Hell yeah. That's
Um,
fun. And
yeah,
there's
and then
something
yeah,
tangible about it. Like shooting on film is cooler than just taking a picture with your phone because there's
yeah, and it's
you
like
can hold it.
yeah, it's like kind of with the Super 8 thing. You just don't really know how it's gonna look like. You don't
Yeah.
know like how the end result is gonna
Have you
be.
done the shit where they, because like on cameras back in the day, you would have to bring a light meter and like read the light meter and then change your camera settings based on that shit. Did you ever do that?
I guess I'm not that
I never did it either. Yeah.
nerdy.
Yeah.
Um,
Just point and shoot. That's it.
yeah, yeah, pretty much mostly. I have like some other ones, like some more manual cameras, but yeah, it's like good to bring on trips as well.
Yeah.
I've just started shooting more on a digital one because film just got so expensive over the last years.
Yeah. Big time.
Um, So yeah,
There's this camera I just saw Fuji come out with. It's like expensive as fuck, but it looks like
looks like
film.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got a couple of good ones. I
Yeah.
almost got one the other week, and I was like, oh, do I really want to spend this money?
Yeah. It's like
Uh,
$2,000 for a point and shoot. I'm like, all right,
yeah.
maybe. Let's see. One more from Mr. Fab. He says biggest cinematic influences. Cinematic influences.
Cinematic. You think he also thinks about like filming, just like people like I don't know.
I don't know. Movies? Do you like watching movies?
I'm not the biggest movie person, honestly. I don't know. I'm if I'm watching a movie, it has to be like a romantic love movie, honestly, with a happy end.
Nice.
I'm a big softie.
You're a rom-com bro.
Yeah. Um and
Oh, it's funny.
yeah, I don't know.
There's a movie that is not that at all that I would tell you to watch, but you probably hate it. It's called The Lobster. It's got Colin Farrell in it. It is so fucking weird,
You know
man.
what that is.
I'll send it to you maybe when we're
Okay.
over.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything for work right now. All right. All right, let's see. Hold on one second. Finishing podcast. Get out of here. We got a hella more questions. Let's go. Killian MLT says next tattoo. Where?
Next tattoo. Either the blast over, honestly, on my leg, and probably something on my arm because I
Tight.
just want to get a blast over. I just like the look of it.
Yeah. Boom.
Just like a second layer. And probably other side of my forehead up here.
So, wait, show me again.
Like I got this side done. I'll
Okay,
probably
yeah.
get the other one done.
Okay, there you go. That's dope. Dylan Ashlock says, did he watch Misery? Did you watch that? They sent it to me too. Dylan, I'm sorry. I have
not yet.
I have not either.
I have no DVD player. Or
Yeah,
anything
nobody
like
does, man. Send us the digital download, Dylan.
I'm so sorry.
I'm also sorry. But you know who did watch it is Scott Marceau, and he said it's nice. So I gotta watch
And
it.
if Scott says that, it has to be nice.
Yeah. All right, and then another question from Dylan is Pegs Hard 7. When's it happening?
That's probably one of the most asked questions to either Jordan, Dan, or myself.
Yeah. Is it physically possible?
It is, yeah.
Have you seen it? Somebody come close?
Jordan at the skate park, I guess.
540 and a half or something? 540 tail tap or 720 tail tap?
I kind of like a slider thing, but it's definitely possible. It's just like so much effort, so much.
Yeah, dude, I'm tired just thinking about it.
And it's not even gonna look good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like
too much, man.
See that? I don't know. I mean, it is possible, but I don't know.
Jonah Jachan, you know him? He does some shit for Sabrosa. He films with Matt Ray. He's from Florida. He says, what's an American city you want to film in that you have yet to?
I've never been to New York, actually.
Nice.
I'm always just going to Long Beach.
Yeah.
Always staying with Grand. I've been to Minneapolis.
Sick.
Twice. That's it for X Games.
So California and Minneapolis is where you've been. You got a lot of cities to go to.
So yeah, there's a lot on the list.
Philly, might be. Oh yeah, Philly would be sick too. I might be going to New York on April 6th. So come on out. I'll film you. Let's see.
We'll see. Might be a tight one.
Martelane Evo 2023 biking versus old school BMX.
What is 2023 biking?
I don't know. The current state of things versus how it used to be. You must be nostalgic.
Yeah, I don't know. Just do whatever you do.
Doesn't matter. Kyle Vandelin says, Kyle Vandelin. Longest battle for a trick or line?
The longest battle? Probably my Pax Nose whip from my monster video.
I have that
That
written
was
down
so
right here. I
long.
was going to ask you about
Fuck,
that. Yeah.
that took so long. And it's like a trick that needs so much energy as well.
Yeah. Going fast,
Just like
yeet, and
going
then,
fast up the ledge, the whip, and it took like it didn't even take that long compared to what some people put in for like some technical stuff. But just like the energy, I had no more energy. I would keep going if I could, but there was like no way I
yeah.
could have done one more try.
Yeah.
It was like probably 3.5 hours
Fuck.
going up that ledge.
And
No,
then just
like
going around in a circle over and over again. Fuck.
yeah, and like
How
within the
did
first five tries, I got like super close to it, and then just like completely lost it for a while.
That's the worst because you know you can do it. You're like,
Yeah,
where did it go?
yeah,
Where did it go? How did it
and
feel when you
then
landed it?
it was so good. It was just so freeing. I don't know, just like, but I landed and my body just like started cramping up.
Oh shit.
Like I feel like everything just could feel the release. That I actually got it.
Yeah, that's fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
no, that
Ecstasy.
was good.
Eddie Queller says, "When is the face tattoo coming?" We covered
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it's not gonna be straight in my face. There's no way.
Brian Queasy says, "What's gonna be the new piercing?" People care a lot about your tattoos and piercings, dude.
I guess.
Is there a new piercing coming?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you got the bases covered, my dude. You're good.
Yes, I think it's all good.
Felix Funky BMX. What was the
Oh yeah.
most painful tattoo?
Top of my head for
I
sure.
believe it. Yeah.
That sucked. I just had a headache for like 3 days after.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever do that.
Yeah, don't.
And then Johnny
I,
Ice,
I
dude, I
can't
haven't
recommend.
how's Johnny
Oh,
Ice
sick.
doing? How does Eclat make the best grinding products such as pegs, hub guards, and plastic pedals? What?
I don't know. Best
Johnny
brand
Ice
out
likes
there.
Eclat. Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd you link up with Eclat and We the People through Paul?
Um, so since I was always riding in Cologne, Dave was like the product manager,
Dave who?
Dave Pedersen.
Okay.
Um, he moved here. He's like from the UK, moved here, and when I came out here, we were just like riding together. Went to like London to the Rebel Jam and everything together. When like Mo was still riding for the people as well, so I kind of hang out with him, and then I was trying to kind of find something else after Premium, and they heard about it, and then Paul hit me up. Just like I've never spoken to Paul or anything before. He was just like, "Want to go pro for with the people?"
Hell yeah.
That's like obviously.
Yes, that's dope.
Um,
When was this?
8 years ago,
Nice.
I think. Yeah, 8 years ago. And then a couple of years later, I got an Eclat, like
You were
maybe like
pro at
4 years.
16.
Yeah,
Good job. Fucking awesome.
yeah. No, yeah, it's like you're from Cologne. It's like everything's like super easy, and it's been
There,
pretty
We the
cool
People is
working
from
with them
Cologne, is
here.
that what you said?
Yeah,
Sick. So you can go visit the factory or whatever?
yeah, like the office and
Yeah,
everyone where everyone
that's
works
dope.
at.
Because I've
Yeah.
been to Sparky's, and that's basically
Mhm.
it. I don't think I've been inside of any other distributor, and I'm curious what all the operations look like. Because Sparky's is pretty dialed. It's pretty sick to see like
Yeah.
what goes on behind the scenes, and there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. So it's
It
cool.
it is pretty cool, especially like seeing like fresh product or like oftentimes like I come in and then there's like 3D printing some new pedal, whatever,
Yeah,
and you get like the first look on
that's
it. It's
dope.
like, oh, this cool.
You give input on products and shit.
Yeah, yeah, I do.
All right. Well, these questions keep coming in. Holy shit. But we'll call it after this one. What is
Yeah.
El Curto says? What is the hardest trick to do switch footed?
Um, bar spins took me a while to learn. Switch for the opposite.
Fucking a. I can't
And
even fathom it. My brain.
And I think Smith Hardway is a kind of weird switch foot as well.
I believe it.
But just the
Regular
all
way?
switch one.
Oh, okay. I'll switch. Yeah. What clip are you most proud of out of your whole, like what comes to mind? One single clip out of everything that you've done. What are you most proud of? Like say it's all over, your career's over and you got to show somebody your favorite or just one clip. Which clip are you showing them?
I guess for a whole while it was like the hard three whip, the first one.
Yeah.
I feel like still to this day the Pax nose whip was just because like the battle and everything behind it. I'm pretty hyped on that one. And the trick clip I can't really talk about. I
Yeah,
think
the
that's
secret
like
one.
definitely like where the stoke is like super high right
Hell
now.
yeah. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I think we did it, dude. I think we gone
Cool.
at least 2 hours, 2.5
Sick.
hours, maybe.
Damn.
Thanks for doing it, Felix.
Yeah,
Any
of
last
course. Thanks for
words?
having me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, thanks for having me. This was cool.
Thanks for coming on.
Everyone, just keep riding, stay safe.
That's good advice. Keep riding, stay safe. All right. That's it. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Nice.
Hello, you've reached the end of the video. Thanks for watching another episode of Kanode Knows. I'll see you next week. Have a good week, guys. And go ride. Thank you, Dig.